hot off the heels, off the most historic night in Northern California professional wrestling history. All Pro Wrestling rolls into Concord, California for Gym Wars. John Roberts and Kevin Newham
APW faithful, welcome to Gym Wars! I am your ring announcer and host, the voice, Donovan Troy, and welcome to Clayton Valley Charter High School! And what an amazing episode of Gym Wars we have for each and every one of you. So make sure to log on to social media and use the hashtag APWGymWars. But without further ado, at this time we have a very special guest for each and every one of you. He just happens to be from this high school, home of the Eagles. Please welcome back to APW. Please welcome the Mad Tongan, Sione Funel.
Wow, talk about a reaction, John Roberts. The response for our boy Sione almost blew the roof off this building. Well, shout out to the music truck on that cue, but it's happening. I think it's building. The tension's building. I hear some island thunder, and I hear some tribal screams.
And there he is, Sione Funel, returning to All Pro Wrestling.
Wow. Standing ovation for the island native, one-time breakout wrestling superstar, now quite an inspiring figure here in the community, as you can see, John. Teacher, wrestler, hero. Taking a page out of my man Mega Ran's book. That is the legendary, in my mind, legendary in California and beyond, John. Sione Funel. Boom.
Sione Funel making his long-anticipated return to All Pro Wrestling here tonight. And the Mad Tongan is excited and jacked to be here for All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Let's go, cut that music. Cut that music. Finally, the Mad Tongan is back at APW. This is our hometown, guys, and it's the first time ever Clayton Valley has ever had something like this. And I told you, this is gonna be crazy, something you've never seen, and you're gonna love this, I'm telling you guys. When I say APW chant, it's gonna start today. APW, 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 APW. You guys all know me as Coach Funel. You guys all know me as the substitute teacher. I'm that security guard that tells you guys, go to class! And I thank you, home of the Eagles.
Whoa, hold on 1 second. Don't start booing me! You should give yourself some round of applause, ugly Eagles! And the key word there is ugly! You see, I am very familiar with these parts. In fact, I'm very familiar with these parts because I know champions wear green and gold like Concord High School.
The wrestling personified Rick Luxury, the Bad Boy Boyce LeGrand, and Lucian
But
Delight
tonight,
Independence.
the pleasure is all yours because the champions wear red and black.
Very
Now, what you fail to see, Toko, or should I call you Coach, or should I call you Joke? We're leading the league right now. I'm a Concord alumni, and we're in charge now.
The inmates are running the asylum here in Concord.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So the sheep be quiet for you, huh?
Hold on, Rick. You ain't just about to come into my house, the home of the Eagles, baby, and start talking all this trash.
Well, hold on. We're here. 1, 2, and our manager, Lucian Delight. But I only see you, Sione. Where's your partner at? Because we know.
My partner?
We know
I got a partner.
We know you've been texting him. We know you've been calling him off the hook. In fact, why don't you try calling him right now?
Now you want me to call him right now?
Call your partner right now.
This guy's tripping.
Call him up.
I don't know what Rick
Show
Luxury is-
some respect like Concord High would.
I don't know what he's trying to prove here, calling out Sione.
Wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me just call my partner real quick.
Call him.
Hello? Jacob Fatu's phone.
Oh, I guess your partner must have lost his cell phone. Don't worry, he might be on his way still.
What? I think so.
Oh, it looks like your partner ain't got the keys to his car either. So, why don't you do what you should have always done? Why don't you do what the ugly Eagles do and just roll over and play dead?
It's breaking down here, John.
Sione Finau in trouble here. And it looks like our main event is in jeopardy of happening here tonight.
This is a mugging. Wait a minute.
Matt Carlos is here.
He's got a chair, Matt. He didn't come alone, John, I should say.
Oh. And Matt Carlos going right after Lucian Delight as well. Carlos clearing the ring.
Carlos not
I
about
see
to
you
let
and your new partner play dirty like these Eagles do. We're gonna beat you tonight in the main event.
It looks like
You want
Matt
to fight? You
Carlos-
got one.
It looks like Matt Carlos just got added to tonight's main event.
Let me tell you something about this. We got Matt Carlos, and he's out of control, baby. Tonight, you just wait, Rick. You guys wait, because I'm about to get mad tonguing on you, and my partner's right here, and it's going down tonight. Clay Valley, let's go.
Why wait? Let's do it right now.
Oh, here we go.
Right now.
We'll see you in the main event, chumps. You're looking at the champs.
No love here for Rick Luxury and company, but the love is off the chain for our homeboy, our Toko, Sione Finau. Tiddow, John, is what I say to both him and Matt Carlos.
Well, Matt Carlos and Sione Finau, it looks like they are going to meet wrestling personified Rick Luxury and the Bad Boy Boyce LeGrand in tonight's main event here on Gym Wars. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to joining us live here on YouTube.com/AllProWrestling. John Roberts and Kevin Gill here to call all the action tonight. And KG, what an action-packed evening we've got in store.
All Pro Wrestling never disappoints, John. It doesn't matter if you're in the Cow Palace, if you're in any of the historic venues that All Pro Wrestling is running all over Northern California. Wherever they go, they bring in the best talent. They have the best damn matches on the coast, period. And tonight is no exception. Championship matches, women's matches.
And wrestling fans, you heard correctly. It will be in the main event. Boyce LeGrand and Rick Luxury taking on Matt Carlos and the Mad Tungan, Sione Finau. And ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming this live on youtube.com/allprowrestling. So let your friends, family, coworkers, and neighbors know that you're having a great time here at APW Gym Wars. But wrestling fans, are you guys ready for our opening contest? Let's get that match underway. The following contest is a 6-man tag team match set for one fall. This match has a 15-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Balor.
And we're kicking things off here.
Introducing first, making their way to the ring with their manager, the Z-Man, Brian Zane, representing the Loop, weighing in a combined weight of 402 pounds. The team of the Unorthodox.
You shut your mouth, Donovan Troy, because you don't have the nerve to introduce the former and future 3-time APW Tag Team Champions, Buddy Royal and Levi Shapiro, the Classic Connection.
Well, KG, they did lose those titles.
I am
back
seeing
to
a distinct lack of respect from the majority of you miserable people tonight, but also some lack of respect from the APW management for refusing to grant the tag title rematch tonight. Everybody knows these guys are the true and worthy champions. Now, every great journey begins with a single step, and tonight, we take the first step. Tonight, we strut the first step. Tonight, the Classic Connection begin their journey to become the one and only time, 4-time APW Tag Team Champions, the first ever. And that journey begins alongside the tag team partner for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the Berkeley Brawler.
Well, 6-man tag action to start things off here tonight. The Classic Connection going to be joined by the Berkeley Brawler. And KG, you always got to watch out for Z-Man Brian Zane at ringside.
Z-Man Brian Zane is a very, very dangerous force to be reckoned with here in All Pro Wrestling. But right now, John, feast your eyes on the fashion victim that is the Berkeley Brawler. He seems to have added a couple of giant pimple scabs and a horrifying mustache to his repertoire.
Well, the Berkeley Brawler, though, KG, is no one to be trifled with inside of those ring ropes. He does hold a pinfall victory over the one and only Joey Ryan inside of an APW ring.
Did that go down fair and square, though, John?
It still went down. It's in the history books.
What are we looking at now?
We are looking at the Berkeley Brawler. And this is a man who feels like he truly belongs inside of a square circle, and he feels like he is the antithesis of everything that is professional wrestling.
His jeans are the antithesis of both cool and comfortable. But I understand for where he's from and what he represents from Berkeley, this is like high fashion.
Absolutely. That's how he feels, and that's how all Berkeleyites and Berkeley Brawlers feel. Berkeley Brawlers as in brawlers from Berkeley, not the Berkeley Brawler, as he is the Berkeley Brawler.
Yeah, he's not a Berkeley Brawler. He's not one of
And
several.
their opponents making their way to the ring. Weighing in at a combined weight of 589 pounds, the team of Derek Slade and the Boston Boys, Manny Mars and Johnny Dynamo.
There you see Johnny Dynamo. There's Manny Mars in the gold, and you see at the top of your screen Derek Slade in the purple tights. And these three men are set to compete here. They are fired up for this 6-man tag team matchup. Johnny Dynamo, a true mat tactician, great amateur background, great amateur skills. Derek Slade, a new up-and-comer who really got a huge opportunity back at the Cow Palace Royale in the Cow Palace Royale match. And there you see Manny Mars, the man who is definitely out of this world with everything he does inside of the squared circle.
It's about to go down, John. 6-man tag team action. But let's not forget about that influential force at ringside. Wrestling with regrets, Brian Zane. Bell is rung, we're underway. You talked about amateur background and pedigree. Buddy Royal's got both.
Buddy Royal is an expert mat tactician as well, but he is a true athlete, a true specimen in every sense of the word. You know, a lot of people think when they think of Buddy Royal, they also think of Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, because the way that Buddy Royal is as far as his athleticism is very close to perfect.
Wow. I just think Buddy Royal, you know, if he could get his head right and not hang out with such just living garbage like the other half of the Classic Connection, Levi Shapiro and Z-Man Brian Zane, I feel like he's so good, brother, he doesn't need the kind of devious tactics these guys get into.
Nice
he's
arm
better
drag
than
take.
that. He doesn't need it.
Nice arm drag take over there by Manny Mars. And Mars going to work on the arm of Buddy Royal. And a tag made to Johnny Dynamo. And Dynamo going to get up to the top rope here early on. Big double axe handle right on the wrist and forearm of Buddy Royal.
You take that arm out of the game of a shooter like Buddy Royal, man, you could impact about a good 47% of his wrestling repertoire.
But Buddy Royal able to turn the tide here on Dynamo. With an overhand wrist lock of his own.
He wasn't able to hold on to it, though, in part due to that tremendous top rope axe handle.
Oh, and a rake of the eyes there on Dynamo. Dynamo not sure where he's at. He's got Levi Shapiro. He takes him over with a huge arm drag.
Shapiro not feeling comfortable right now. He's feeling that burn. He's got to get out of that position. Alleviate the pain. He's got the size advantage over Johnny Dynamo.
And Dynamo really wrenching in
wow.
on that wrist. Takes over Shapiro into the armbar.
That's one of those moments where your body makes a decision. Does your arm come out of the socket, or do you go with and release the tremendous force and torque that's been built up?
And Dynamo pushed into the ropes by Shapiro. Ooh, not a clean break by Shapiro. Irish whip up coming. Dynamo ducking under. Into the ropes he goes.
Wow.
Big cross body takes
Caught
down
him.
Shapiro.
Caught him flush. Didn't go for the pin there, though. Very surprising.
Well, Dynamo say, come on, let's fight, let's go. And a tag made to the brawler.
It's that Filipino temper of Johnny Dynamo. It's quick to pop off, but it could also cost him the match as he makes that quick tag to Derek Slade.
And here we go, Slade and the brawler gonna go at it. Nice deep arm drag by Derek Slade. This young man has been very impressive thus far in his very young career. Slade tossed up and over by the brawler. Slade, though, landing on his feet on the apron.
Slade now perched up high as well on that top rope.
Here we go, double axe handle. Oh, and he gets caught in the gut by the brawler and bends him inside out.
Got caught, and now he's feeling the burn, feeling the pain of those stomps from those extended or enhanced Converse, let's say. I believe they are enhanced and extended.
And the brawler makes the tag to Buddy Royal, who is stomping the boot into the sternum of Derek Slade. And now with the referee's back turned,
disgusting.
Levi Shapiro choking out Derek Slade on that bottom rope.
Trying to choke him. There you go.
And Brian Zane really wrenching that in right now, and the referee not seeing any of it.
Referee Sparky Ballard has his hands full here trying to hold in that hot Filipino temper of Johnny Dynamo to no avail. Nice. Buddy Royal is the foundation of this Classic Connection team, John.
Buddy Royal with that snapmare takeover makes the tag, and Shapiro comes in with a big gloved fist right into the rib cage.
Beautifully executed by Shapiro. I hate to give him credit, but that was nice.
Double hand chop takes down Slade and a stomp to the pec. Followed up with a second one there by Shapiro. Here we go, the unorthodox one with a big headbutt right into the heart of Derek Slade. Cover, lateral press, hook, and the leg 2 count only.
Nothing Shapiro does is flashy, but everything Shapiro does hurts a lot. He's not here to dive, John, let's just say. He's more of a shoot headlock type of character. Character, persona, call it what you will, but things with Levi Shapiro, he lives this. All these Classic Connection guys live this, John. You've seen them on the loop.
Oh. And a double vertical suit play there, lateral press, hook to the leg, referee down for the count.
Wow. No. The intensity etched on the face of Buddy Royal. He wanted that pin so bad he could taste it.
And Buddy Royal now going to work on the back of Derek Slade, going to try and wear him down. Ooh, in the abdominal stretch. That rib cage has been attacked already by Levi Shapiro, and now Buddy Royal really taking it to Derek Slade.
Look at this, John, using the towel as leverage, increasing the pain, increasing the torque, and damn near dislocating the spine of one young Derek Slade.
Well, and the referee sees it, breaks it up, but the damage has already been done to young Derek Slade. who is in a world of trouble right now. Quick tag made to the Brawler. And now the antithesis of everything that is professional wrestling, going to take it to Derek Slade. Back elbow to the Brawler, and Slade fights his way out, both men down center of the ring.
Johnny Dynamo trying to rally this crowd, trying to get Derek Slade back to the corner to make the tag. It doesn't matter whether it's to him or Manny Mars.
Tag made, and here comes Dynamo. Dynamo,
Boom.
big clothesline.
He's got
Takes
one
down-
for everybody.
Takes down both members of the Classic Connection.
Boom,
Not
there's
once,
one.
but twice.
Now he got him hooked, John, on a suplex. Wait a minute, are you kidding me? Dynamo!
German release suplex takes down both competitors, and now the strap is coming down. Dynamo's feeling it here.
If that's what he does before he takes the strap down, I'm almost scared of what he's going to do now. Oh, but Brawler got involved.
Brawler sweeping both legs out from Dynamo.
Berkeley Brawler is
Manny
deplorable.
Mars
Oh,
with a
no!
suicide dive.
Manny Mars almost took himself out of the equation with that one.
Manny Mars putting it all on the line right there. But meanwhile, inside the ring, Dynamo in trouble here as the Classic Connection, the former tag team champions, really taking it to Dynamo. Buddy Royal turns his attention to Manny Mars.
Dynamo catches them both with a huge double clothesline and a quick tag back to Slade. Kind of a questionable decision there by Dynamo, I can't lie.
But now Slade say, come on, Dynamo, let's go. Let's get a little bit of an advantage here, some tag team wrestling. Some momentum right into Buddy Royal. And now Slade using that same momentum again on Levi Shapiro, but Shapiro saw it coming.
Shapiro's too smart for that.
Oh,
There
the
you go.
super kick.
Almost might have broken his nose with that, John.
And here we go, Royal. Picking up Slade.
Beautiful backbreaker setting him up. Shapiro with that fist drop out of nowhere. Good
Double
night,
team
Derek
maneuver,
Slade.
2 and 3. And the Classic Connection of the Berkeley
And
Brawler
your
pick up the
winners
victory here.
by pinfall, the Berkeley Brawler and the Classic Connection.
It was a very back and forth matchup. Could have gone either way, but at the end of the day, the shenanigans and the expertise of tag team wrestling by the Classic Connection and the Berkeley Brawler were too much for the team of Mars, Dynamo, and Slade.
Primarily, I mean, they both teams are great, there's no doubt. But the cheating, having the man at ringside, that man, the Z-Man, Brian Zane, definitely had a hand, not just at ringside, John, but in kind of poisoning these guys' minds, let's be honest.
When you heard the Z-Man Brian Zane scene there, this was the first step for the Classic Connection on their quest, on their journey to become 4-time APW Tag Team Champions.
Look into those eyes, John. They don't show any fear. They know what they want, they know how to get it, and they're seemingly building an army. They must have work visas from the island of misfit toys. Whatever it is, John, it's going down in All Pro Wrestling and at allprowrestling.com.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. This match has a 15-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Jimmy Mack. Making his way to the ring first, being accompanied by his manager, the Cold One AC, hailing from Carneyville, weighing in at 217 pounds. He is the Freak, Jackals.
Talk about a freak, and an aptly named freak at that, Jace. Jekyll's projecting personal fear, intimidation, anxiety, and all other sorts of emotions directly into the fans here at ringside in Concord for All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. I am your boy KG, Kevin Gill, direct from Keeping It 100 with Conan and the Kevin Gill Show, and I am joined by one of the stars behind the scenes of All Pro Wrestling, stepping up on the microphone for this episode once again. I'm talking about Jace. What up, though?
That's right, JC Howard here, right here for All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars, live here in Concord, California. And KG, you are absolutely right. This freak, Jekyll's, accompanied by his ringmaster. Look, even Donovan Troy can't handle this.
It's hard to freak out Donovan Troy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Donovan Troy's seen a lot of things. on the road, let's just say. But Jekyll's the Jester, man, has been on a tear since coming back to All Pro Wrestling after his recent injury that he recovered from. But he's got his hands full tonight, Jace, I should say.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 160 pounds. He is a former APW Young Lions Cup champion, the real deal, Will Roberts.
The real deal, Will Roberts. A man climbing that ladder here in All Pro Wrestling, Jace. What are your thoughts on this amazing young competitor?
I believe you're absolutely right, KG. Jekyll's really has his hands full here tonight with the real deal, Will Roberts. Jekyll's is, of course, an APW original, someone going back in the APW garage days. But Will Roberts, he's a young upstart, a young Lions Cup winner, just as you said.
Referee giving his final instructions here. Will Roberts is not just ready, he came to fight, Jace.
Absolutely.
Will Roberts, it's like the old saying goes, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog. And Will Roberts is definitely representing that philosophy to the fullest.
He's got a lot of fight in him, you're right. But Jekyll's, of course, taking his time, going out to visit his ringmaster, the Cold
Wait a
One.
minute! Holy mackerel. Will Roberts flying high, soaring through the air in Concord, and they love it, Jace.
That's absolutely right. Concord on their feet for the real deal, who's giving clubbing blows to the back of Jekyll's the Jester.
All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars delivering you the action every week on YouTube as well. Look at Roberts planting that senton. Whoa. Could be. No. Wow. Jekyll's, I don't know if Jekyll's underestimated Will or what's going on here, but I've never seen Jekyll's just kind of handled like this.
You're absolutely right. Jekyll's returning.
Whoa.
Not seeming to be down for long, though. Returning after that injury where J.R. Kratos nearly broke his leg, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, my God. Well, if he broke his leg, he's certainly not showing any signs of injury because he almost kicked the head right off of Will Roberts.
Who's laying lifeless now in the ring.
Referee checking on. Could have ended his career right there. Did you see the impact to his cranium?
Who knows if he'll be able to get up. Got the 2 count and
wow.
Almost.
Very arrogant pinfall there by Jekyll's. Look at this mind games and intimidation.
Intimidating even the referee.
That's the kind of stuff that'll lead to a faster count possibly the next time around, and that's what it's about for these guys at the end of the day. Jekyll's with that Irish whip in. Roberts, though, had the presence of mind to duck under. So nice he did it twice. Goes for a third time, but Jekyll's with that boot, that size 12 to the dome.
And here he goes with the ventriloquist dummy, mocking his opponent, Will Roberts.
Wow.
And dropping him, dumping him right on the base of the neck right there.
Unbelievable. It's like a mix of being knocked unconscious and almost being put in some sort of a trance.
I mean, Jekyll's really handling Will Roberts like a rag doll here.
Literally, but think of how strong Roberts came out of the gate. That shows you the type of competitor Jekyll's is. He can take a hell of a beating. He took all that Will Roberts had to offer, and now he's tuning up the dark, dark band. But
Will Roberts gets it back.
Wow.
Channeling his own Jekyll's.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding me?
Will Roberts almost out on his feet, though. 1-2, and...
Wow, almost took him out there with a page out of Brian Kendrick's playbook, a former All-Pro Wrestling champion and star in his own right.
Absolutely.
Now doing his thing on other streaming services, but I digress, because right now it's not about that. It's about Will Roberts and Jekyll's. Crowd on their feet. You feel this vibe, Jace?
It's absolutely crazy. The crowd right here behind Will Roberts, standing on their feet. All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Oh, my God.
But of course he catches that elbow.
That's it. Good night, 2, 3.
Sorry.
Look at his face. Look at the look on Will Roberts' face.
And
Will
your
Roberts
winner
is out.
by pinfall, the Freak, Jekyll.
That's all it took, Jace. One incredibly powerful, well-placed forearm shiver straight to the side of the head, and it was lights out for Will Roberts.
Jekyll's coming back from pretty bad loss against J.R. Kratos at the Cow Palace Royale, but he's showing exactly what he's made of right here with the Cold One AC, his ringmaster right here pointing at the crowd.
Who knows what Jekyll's could get into here. The thing is, though, like you said, great point. He may have lost that incredible San Francisco death match against J.R. Kratos at the legendary Cow Palace, which is available here on YouTube. Wow, he's bringing this young fan to tears here. But that's the thing. Jekyll's is back. Jekyll's is back, and that's a very bad thing for the wrestlers of All Pro Wrestling.
That's Jekyll's for you.
I kind of feel like that young fan. I'm a little bit shaken up just being here.
No one could make the Freak as creepy as his manager, the ringmaster, the Cold One AC.
Look how uncomfortable he's making these people.
Child with that awkward stare. The least of his worries when it comes to Jekyll's.
Smiling nervously as the evil Jekyll's heads back to ringside, to the dressing room. All of those things. He may not leave. We'll keep a camera on him if anything happens. Stay tuned to allprowrestling.com.
One more, child.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Beller.
Well, this contest, ladies and gentlemen, promises to really shape the landscape of the tag team division here in All Pro Wrestling.
Making their way to the ring with their manager, Caesar Black, at a combined weight of 640 pounds. They hail from the Bodega, Grit City, USA. The team of the Nightmare Sin, the King Fat Boy Papoesco. They are the Black Armada.
And look at these behemoths, KG, these two monsters weighing in at a combined weight of 640 pounds. As we just heard, these two men decimate everything in their path.
It doesn't matter whether it's a buffet table, an opponent, a bodega, a locker room, a McDonald's bathroom. They will enter, they will destroy, and if you're lucky, they will leave.
Representing the Bully Gang and, of course, the Black Armada here tonight. They are the Bully Gang, these two on their own, Sin and Papoesco. But KG, they have got a tall task in front of them tonight with this returning tag team to All Pro Wrestling.
And their opponents making their way to the ring from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in a combined weight of 505 pounds, the team of Gabriel Gallo and Dom Vitale. They are the Keepers of the Faith.
Well, Keepers of the Faith are true bullies in every sense of the word. So you got the Bully Gangs and the backstage bullies of the Keepers of the Faith in the ring tonight. And all hell is going to break loose. It's all broken loose before the matchup can even start tonight.
Gallo pie-facing Sin for the second time. Most people don't survive one attempted pie face of Sin. And Gallo, I should say Vitale rather, showing no fear right in the face of King Fatboy Papoesco.
Well, KG, you know, usually the Keepers of the Faith they're used to being the biggest men in any locker room that they step foot into, but tonight they give up a combined weight of 135 pounds to the much larger Black Armada. How is that going to play a factor in tonight's matchup?
Well, Black Armada clearly has the power, you know what I mean? They've got the size, but the experience advantage in a big way goes to their opponents. Gallo spent his time in Japan, spent his time wrestling all over the world, and Vitale, no slouch in his own right, John. They're not scared in any way. They're ready to go. And I think it's an even trade-off, the weight advantage and size advantage compared to the tenacity and also the positive mental attitude harnessed by one Dom Vitale.
And there you see Vitale and Gallo getting into the right mindset. Last minute instructions between each other, and Sin saying, let's go. I want the big man. I want Gallo right now.
Gallo's ready to fight. It doesn't matter. I was talking to Gallo earlier, and someone accidentally opened the dressing room door. Gallo was ready to fight them. And perhaps if security hadn't intervened, he would have. But look at this. Sin towering over the big man, Gabriel Gallo.
And how often is it that Gallo is towered over
never.
by any person he steps foot in a ring with?
Never. And neither man showing any fear. Oh, no.
Big
just turned
open
it
hand
up.
slap. Oh, and here we go. The striking has opened up. These two really going after each other right now.
Gallo cuts him off with a knee and now just firing away on Sin. Sin shrugs him off. Gallo ducks under, returning fire, John Roberts.
Gallo really taking it to Sin right here. Big overhand strike to the spine. And now lifting the shirt up and into the face. Followed up with a huge chop and a tag made to Vitali.
Hockey fight tactics been in effect. Violent gentleman style.
Here we
but
go.
I digress. Both men teaming up to slam the monster.
Gallo, big knee, takes down Sin. Here we go.
Vitali's on the move too. Drops that big elbow, John. These guys are showing what an experienced team can do.
Lateral press, hook of the leg, and only a 1 count, not even a near fall here in this contest. It's going to take a lot more than that to take down either half of the Black Armada.
Now the other half of the Black Armada enters the ring. Papo Esco, King Fat Boy of the Bully Gang, of the Black Armada. And now he's just tearing at Vitali here, just raining blows on him. Headbutt, strike, whatever it might be, trying to drive the very life force out of Dom Vitali.
Nice Irish whip by Vitali, springboarding from the second rope. Huge back elbow takes down Papo Esco, and Vitali is feeling it right now.
Crowd is loving Keepers of the Faith coming here and stepping to these guys. You've seen the stuff that's gone on social media. You've seen the bullying, and now we're seeing an end to it, John. I've never seen Esco and Sin handled like this before. Never seen them dealt with like this.
Oh, and here we go. Vitali and Gallo, the Keepers of the Faith, really taking it to Papo Esco, lighting him up right now.
Stomping the proverbial mud hole and alternating in with some great chops there. Gallo, a powerhouse, a monster, and you can tell he doesn't skip upper body day or lower body day.
Drop toe hold takes down Papo Esco.
Camel
Vitali
clutch.
head full of steam.
Wow.
Basement drop kick right on the bridge of the nose.
That'll just make you see just white, John, just absolutely nothing. Everything goes blank, the pain, your eyes well up, your nose runs, it's hard to breathe. Giving Vitali a moment here to milk this.
Caesar Black at ringside sweeping the leg of Vitali, and he does not see Sin behind him. Sin, belly to belly.
Vitali got caught. Vitali got caught out there with the distraction by Caesar Black. And Sin makes that quick tag to Esco. Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Sin with a big splash. Here's a man that weighs 350 pounds by jumping up. It's an extra
Esco
150.
just did the same thing. That's got to be it for Vitali, just destroying the lumbar region of this great competitor.
There we go. Oh, no, not a cover. A choke there by Papo Esco, and the referee there to make the count.
Could have possibly pinned him, but instead just choked some more of the air out of his lungs.
Vitali in a world of trouble right now. Needs to make a tag as he was crawling on his hands and knees, but Papo Esco has taken control of this matchup. Oh,
Papo
big
Esco
headbutt.
nails that headbutt. All that body weight, all that momentum, driving down right onto the heart of Dom Vitali. And it doesn't matter how much PMA you have in your heart, how much faith you keep in your mind, John. Once you have Papo Esco dropping all that body weight on you and choking the very air out of your lungs on the top rope, it's very hard to keep moving forward.
Oh, and the referee doesn't see Caesar Black getting involved once again. But I tell you who does see it is the tag team partner, one half of the Keepers of the Faith.
But Gallo's unwittingly created an opportunity here for these bullies to put the boots to Vitali. Dominic Vitali is down. Gabriel Gallo concerned, but this is, how do you deal with this, John? You got Caesar Black at ringside. You got these two monsters in the ring. And you got a referee whose pants are too short.
Vitali needs to get some separation here. He needs a moment where he can get some clarity and possibly get in a strike, maybe some sort of trip, something in order to create the separation to get a tag. But right now,
Sin.
he is not in a position to do so as Sin continues to apply punishment to the one half of the Keepers of the Faith.
Sin's just sending out requests here. This one's for you, Gabriel Gallo. Just nailing Dom Vitale and making Gallo watch it. I'll tell you this, the experience of Keepers of the Faith is one thing, but the Black Armada learning so much under the tutelage of Caesar Black, they're really maximizing cheating here.
Vitale trying to fire back and fight out. But Sin cuts him off at the pass and drops a big elbow right into the spine of Vitale.
Devastating forearm smash on the same part of the body that's received multiple super heavyweight splashes, just totally compressing that whole cervical spine. Our masseuse is going to be working overtime tonight, John.
The tag made to Papaesco and a double back body drop. How many times, KG, have you called a Keepers of the Faith match where you saw one half of them get back body drop?
Papaesco just struck Gabriel Gallo on the apron. This is unbelievable now, John. I'm sorry, but I've never seen Keepers of the Faith have this much trouble in a match, but I've never seen them face a team like this.
Well, again, back to my question, how many times have you seen either of the Keepers of the Faith get back body dropped?
Never.
We saw it there, and then the assault, the tag team assault here by the Bully Gang, by the Black Armada. They continue to apply pressure, and they're keeping Vitale cut off from his partner, Gabriel Gallo.
Just a hellacious beating here. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait, huge lariat brings this crowd to their feet here in attendance tonight at Clayton Valley Charter High School.
Barking along, they want to see that tag get made to Gabriel Gallo. Both men down, Vitale crawling, feeling it, but the big man Sin is on the move too.
Tag made, in comes Gallo. Tag made to Papaesco. Here we go, huge forearm shot by Gallo, going after Sin.
Caught him with that boot.
And here we go, Gallo, big forearm to Papaesco, setting him for the right hard Irish whip into the corner.
Can't believe he got him in there, John. Papaesco clearly stunned.
And now Gallo really, with a head full of steam, going after Esco, ducks under. Are you kidding me?
He's trying, John, but he's struggling. That's a lot of weight.
Oh, and just dropping Papaesco like he was a sack of potatoes.
I don't think that's what he had in mind originally, John, but I think he might have underestimated the massive size of one Papaesco.
And here we go once again.
Fireman's carry.
Gallo, are you kidding me?
No, wait a minute.
Tag
Takes the
made.
tag.
And here we go. Double team maneuver upcoming. Keepers of the Faith gonna try and put away the Black Armada. Big elbow drop.
Gallo hit him with that Death Valley driver, followed up by that top rope elbow smash, but now there's no pin.
Oh, and Sin knocks Gallo all the way to the outside.
Referee Sparky Ballard not keeping his eye on the prize here.
And Vitale, who has already suffered so much damage in this matchup, that's gonna be it. 3, it's academic. And the Black Armada picks up the victory.
By pinfall, the Black Armada.
Caesar Black has had dreams and designs on building an army for so long, and now the Black Armada has arrived. And my only question is, I know those fans aren't going to be able to stop them. I know the security, referees, and other wrestlers can't stop them. So that is the question. Who can possibly stop the Black Armada?
Can you feel it? Do you feel that All Pro Wrestling? That inevitability? No more games. No more games. No more roadblocks. We are the now and future and forever All Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champions. And if you don't give us what's ours, you will find out the hard way that the Bully Gang is here to stay.
Strong words from Caesar Black, laying down the claim, saying the Black Armada, the Bully Gang especially, Sin and Papaesco, want the APW Tag Team titles.
making her way to the ring from the other side of darkness, she is Holy Dead.
Check one.
And her opponent making her way to the ring from Badlands, California. She is a former APW Premier Women's Champion. She is the Equal Opportunity Ass Kicker, Raise.
J.C. Howard joining the OG, your boy Kevin Gill, right here once again for another episode, for another match right here at APW Gym Wars. Right now we're going to see Ruby Rays take on that creepy Holiday.
This is going to be a battle for the ages. Both these competitors are incredibly talented, incredibly fierce, incredibly spirited, and we're going to see a battle here tonight. This isn't about divas or reality shows. This is about nothing but strong women having combat, having professional wrestling action here, streamed to you live worldwide on youtube.com/allprowrestling.
That's right. Last time we saw Ruby Rays here in APW was at the Cow Palace, where she took on Shayna Baszler for the APW Premier Women's Championship.
And that didn't go too well for her.
She came up empty-handed on that one. The last time we saw Holiday, that creepy, look at that. Let's just look at her. We saw her last at Gym Wars when we were in Union City, California, called by Mike Stockton and Steicher, getting this match underway.
Holiday is one of those competitors that she's just broken out in such a big way. You can see she doesn't just sit around and watch and create horror movies. I mean, she does that too, but you can tell she's putting her time in the gym. She's putting her time in the ring, and her star is very rapidly rising. But right there, ahead of her on the ladder, someone who's wrestled all over this world is Ruby Rays. Ruby Rays is like the gatekeeper. If you can get through her like Shayna Baszler did, that kind of means you're destined for greatness. So this match, I think, has a lot of bearing on the future of Holiday, because Holiday's been just on a tear across this whole country, Jace.
Yeah. The last time also, Holiday making, you're right, a huge rising star in action at Sabotage Wrestling down in Texas. Was a huge popularity there.
And everywhere she goes, you know what I mean? She's constantly wrestling all over. She's a great person to follow on social media, and now test of strength.
These two women, we'll see this. Ruby Rays wrenching that arm.
Wow.
Holiday, leaving her there.
Ruby Rays having some fun, but I don't know if Holiday is one that has fun.
No, she doesn't look like she's one for a good time, certainly, but not the same kind of good time I'd like to have. These two women with clubbing blows right to the chests of one another, trading them right to the chest to the chin.
Wow, just standing and trading. A lot of power and fury going on here.
something that Ruby Reyes is very much used to, coming down from Southern California, coming up to NorCal.
Look at this. Just raining those powerful forearm blows to each other's heads. This match could end very quickly. We saw earlier someone got their knockout button hit. It was Will Roberts.
Absolutely. With a bang, this one might end.
Wow. Ruby Reyes, what's she setting her up for here, Jace?
Taking that thigh right into her temple and then celebrating there on the apron. Going out amongst her own fans.
Seemingly a change in attitude here for Ruby Reyes.
The last time we saw her, she was kind of a Freddy Krueger style, had a nightmare. And now she's trying to bring her own nightmare to the other side of darkness where Holiday is from.
Absolutely. Ruby Reyes just having fun with it. Perhaps that loss on such a high-profile event at a place like the Cow Palace, which is also available here on YouTube and allprowrestling.com, to lose on that stage might have caused her to rethink her strategy a little bit.
She certainly is coming with a much different attitude than we saw her then.
Whoa. Ruby Reyes got Holiday up. Holiday, though, oh, no!
Right into the ring post.
Oh, my God.
Ruby Reyes may be out cold. Referee Sparky Ballard going in, checking on her.
You could feel the reverberation of that impact throughout the room, Jace. Referee was concerned, but I can't believe Ruby Reyes back to her feet. Oh.
So soon. Holiday slamming Ruby Reyes right down on the hardest part of the ring.
Holiday.
Chop.
Holiday with those seemingly like powers from beyond the grave. I don't know where she gets this drive from to be in the gym for as many hours a day as she's in, to be studying tape, to be in the ring sparring and everything else she's doing. It's not just a face paint gimmick, if you will. This is her reality. This is her every day. This is how she goes to the gym.
She is no less than creepy. Oh, with the leg drop.
And it's very intimidating from the opponents of hers that I've spoken to. It's very intimidating to be in the ring, to look across the ring, or even while you're in a maneuver to look up or over and see that face. It haunts your dreams.
On with the cover. Almost got a near fall there for Holiday. Looking to move up the ranks here in the women's division, possibly hoping to take on Shayna Baszler for that APW Premier Championship one day.
That would be amazing, and All Pro Wrestling has so many shows going on all over Northern California. AllProWrestling.com is the place to get more information. But I digress, because Holiday here with that quick whip follows her right in. Very sound strategy by Holiday.
Sticking that knee down into the gut of Ruby Reyes.
And now, look at that. Holiday just caught her and planted her. Could this be it?
She's got to go in for that pin quick.
Wow.
That's almost it.
I can't help but think if Holiday had hooked the leg there, rather than chastising the referee's count cadence, if she had hooked the leg, she might have had the victory there on Reyes. It's quite possible that the winner of this match could very much be in consideration for that #1 contendership, for that highly coveted All Pro Wrestling Premier Women's Championship.
Holiday coming up empty there. Ruby Reyes able to turn the tables, at least for the moment. Ruby Reyes setting Holiday up.
Oh no, this could be it. She takes aim.
Oh my
God. That's it. Put a fork in Holiday. She's done. What? Are you kidding me?
Only through the powers from the other side of darkness, KG. That is the only way I can surmise that Holiday was able to kick out.
Holiday just caught the full body weight of Ruby Reyes, driven through those two knees right to the chest. How did that not just take the wind and the lights out of Holiday? But Holiday's always been a case of the lights are on, but nobody's home, if you know what I mean. Cover by Reyes. Wow. This is incredible.
KG, what will it take for Ruby Reyes to pick up the win and actually put Holiday away?
Well, it's almost like you have to think of things like, how do you defeat a vampire? How do you defeat a werewolf? How do you destroy a Frankenstein? How do you stop a monster is the question, because Holiday is a monster. You have to just essentially knock her unconscious for 3 seconds. Catch her in a hold that she can't escape. Oh my God, the power of Holiday. That's got to be all three. What?
a spine buster that would rival Arn Anderson, and still Holiday can't put Ruby Reyes away. So it's not only what can Ruby Reyes do to put Holiday away, but what can Holiday do to put Ruby Reyes away.
Right.
This match may go on until the time limit.
And it could be another case of fighting forever. Ruby Reyes going for that suplex, caught her. Holiday folded up like an accordion inside a cheap house of cards. But I digress, because Ruby Reyes,
if she can get in this one,
turns
that
her
might
over.
Be it. 2, and
the crowd on the edge of their seats, Jace. They want to, at this, when it started, they weren't fans of Holiday at all.
Not so
but
much.
I feel like Holiday is winning their respect because she's such a fierce competitor.
These two women are fighting. This, as you mentioned before, this is not a divas match. This isn't about who can come in and look the best. This is not a beauty contest. These are fighters. These are fighters right here in APW.
Look at that. And speaking of fighting, Holiday just tearing at the eyes of Ruby Reyes. Follows it up, trying to set her up here. Oh, no.
The face buster on Prettier. Holiday going in for
Hooks
the pin.
the leg this time, too, and she got her.
That's it.
Holiday gets
and
the
your
win.
winner by pinfall, Holiday.
Holiday
with an amazing victory right here. Hard-fought victory against Ruby Reyes, coming up from Southern California. Both of them globetrotters going all over the world and deciding to lock horns right here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Gym Wars never disappoints. Holiday brings it every time. Ruby Reyes brings it every time. And let's be honest, this match could have been won by either competitor tonight. It only takes 3 seconds to lose, and I don't think either of these girls lost anything in losing, because that was one hell of a match. And if we did the match tomorrow and Sunday, it could get split. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. Either one of these people could win. And that fan doesn't know what he's in for. If he tried to step in that ring, Holiday would have brought the nightmare to his dreams forever.
She would have invited him back. I think that's what she was doing, inviting him back to the other side of darkness, but he certainly doesn't know what he's getting in for there. Holiday mocking the fans here in attendance, saying that she will break them.
Mocking the fans as the photographers scurry for their lives. Some people are enamored with her, other people are scared, but we know this for sure. We'll be seeing more Holiday in All Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the APW Universal Tag Team Championship. This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Balor. Introducing first the challengers, making their way to the ring from Rhodes End, California, weighing in at a combined weight of 480 pounds, the team of the 2016 APW Young Lions Cup champion Brody King and the Butcher, Tyler Bateman.
The Butcher, Tyler Bateman.
And don't forget about Brody King, the winner of the 2016 Young Lions Cup tournament. These two monsters have arrived here in All Pro Wrestling, and they are looking to lay waste to the current reigning and defending tag team champions here tonight. John Roberts and Kevin Gill here at ringside to call the action here for APW Gym Wars as we witness the arrival of the APW Tag Team Champions.
To the ring, weighing in at a combined weight of 415 pounds. They are the current, reigning, and defending APW Universal Tag Team Champions, Will Hobbs and the Flying Lion, Marcus Lewis. They are Lion Power!
Well, Hobbs and Lewis claimed those tag team titles from the Classic Connection back at our historic event at the world famous Cow Palace.
And they did it against a stacked deck, as they didn't just defeat the conventional two-person team of the Classic Connection. It was a handicap match where the Classic Connection were joined by the Z-Man Brian Zane. But you cannot stop Lion Power.
Of course, that match taking place at the first ever Cow Palace Royale event inside of the historic world famous Cow Palace.
Referee Sparky Ballard holding up those championship belts that mean so much to every team in All Pro Wrestling. Lion Power holds the gold right now, recently won it, but they're facing two incredible competitors in that ring, in that All Pro Wrestling ring. It's Gym Wars. Tyler Bateman and Brody King, the whole way up from Los Angeles, they just think of ways to hurt you. You know what I mean? Two very, very devious individuals. Bell is rung. Tyler Bateman just taking his time, seemingly in no hurry to lock up, to square off with one Will Hobbs.
And this tag team title match is officially underway. Hobbs and Bateman sizing each other up, collar and elbow tie up center of the ring. Oh, and the power of Will Hobbs on display there.
It's not just power, it's lion power. Lion power is like any conventional form of power multiplied by 20. Look at Brody King's head to the exit.
And you see Tyler Bateman going on a little bit of a walkabout here. And this capacity crowd letting Bateman and King know how they feel about him walking out of this matchup.
Wait a minute, though.
Bateman back. Oh,
Bateman just enough to break the count.
Like I said, Bateman going on a bit of a walkabout to collect himself. Was not expecting the power there that he got from Will Hobbs.
The lion power. They were headed for the exit, John, but I think then they had a thought about what's on the line and how hard both these guys have worked in their careers to get this unprecedented tag team title opportunity streaming live on allprowrestling.com's YouTube page for Gym Wars.
Well, KG, I got to ask you, you said everything's on the line, and it is. The tag team title's on the line here in this contest. What would it mean for the future and the careers of Bateman and King to pick up the victory and become the new champs here tonight?
It's a game changer, John. Those All Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships have been held by some of the top teams and top competitors in the world. Both Bateman and King have been making huge names for themselves all around the independent scene. But this is the exclamation point on the first sentence of what's going to be an incredible career for both these men. Enjoy them while you can on the independents, let's just say that. And that goes for everyone in this ring right now, and including the guys sitting on the floor outside the ring. In one Tyler Bateman, stunned.
Well, what kind of mind games is this? Are the challengers here playing with the champions? You see Will Hobbs not sure what to make of Tyler Bateman, even commenting about the dental work of one Tyler Bateman.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think Bateman and King got to do whatever they can do, because Lion Power are incredible, you know what I mean? So they're trying to get in their head and open whatever doors, create whatever branching paths they can that lead those two twisted individuals to success.
Right now, Bateman and King, especially Bateman, as he has been the legal man thus far in this contest.
Brody King
really
explaining to the crowd how the 10 count works, by the way.
Really trying to keep this pace as slow and methodical as possible. Does not want to let the champions kick things up a notch, because if they do, KG, you know that means the champs are going to retain the titles here tonight.
100%. They've got to stay within the referee's guidelines and those core rules, but that's why they just keep taking it to 9.5 on those 10 counts and every other way they can. I'm surprised they're not going after Lion Power while they can, but we'll see what they pull out of their bag of tricks tonight, John.
Well, Bateman. Here we go. Bateman calling for the test of strength, but I'm telling you right now, KG, this is not a game that Will Hobbs wants to get in. He may have the size and speed advantage on Bateman, but joint manipulation and submissions are a specialty of Tyler Bateman, and that's not a toe-to-toe match that you want to go at if you're Will Hobbs.
Right, and that's the thing. Once Bateman gets his hands on you, once he gets you locked in, he's like California's version, I should say, of the late, great Stu Hart. He'll lock you in. He'll make you hurt for a real long time.
Oh, into the bear hug there by Hobbs, really showing his power there. manhandling Tyler Bateman in a tag made, and Marcus Lewis is going to enter the fray for the first time in this contest.
Marcus Lewis, feeling the energy of this crowd here, rushes in with a forearm and catches Bateman flush. Lion power on display, big scoop, lingering slam. Marcus Lewis is all about lion power.
Lewis and Hobbs firing on all cylinders early on in this contest, and Bateman wants nothing to do with Marcus Lewis right here.
Marcus Lewis thinking about this.
Lewis looking for the strike. Oh, and a headbutt right into the gut by Bateman. And Bateman now on the offensive, big clenched fist right into the jaw.
Bateman now just hovering over Marcus Lewis. Look at the size advantage here. And this is all just a setup, as you said. These striking blows, these clubbing blows are to get Marcus Lewis into such a position that Bateman can lock him in a hold.
Oh, a little bait and switch there by Bateman. Duck of the clothesline, though. Oh, and a nice Hurricane Rana snapped off by Marcus Lewis. But unfortunately for Lewis, he sent Bateman right into the corner where Brody King was able to make the tag.
Bateman was able to keep his footing, too. Similar to King there. They both kept their footing on the Hurricane Rana attempt, using that additional body weight to stay grounded.
And King seems a little confused right now at how he wound up back in that corner.
Brody King looking like he slept on a pile of wet comic books, John.
Are you referencing the fact that he's got a shrunken head and Frankenstein tattooed on his leg?
Among many painful tattoos that adorn the body, Brody King is hardcore. Oh my God, chopped him off his feet.
Brody King playing mind games with Marcus Lewis, who fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I have one question for you. How bam, right into the chest.
That could change the outcome of this match, and now the power of Brody King. Can you imagine just Brody King just sitting around listening to Terror and Sick of It All records, just thinking of ways to hurt you on that car ride up here, as I alluded to earlier.
Ooh, and a stomp to the spine there by Brody King.
Some people study wrestling footage. These guys study World Star. Just wild animals in the ring.
And King picking apart Marcus Lewis right now, who, we said that Will Hobbs had the size advantage on Bateman, but the size advantage currently definitely goes to Brody King against Marcus Lewis.
100%. There's a reason Brody King won that Young Lions Cup. There's a reason Brody King is wrestling everywhere he's wrestling right now, including right here. But Marcus Lewis has the heart of a lion.
Marcus Lewis was firing up those huge forearm shots, looking for a big shoulder, but not enough to take down King. Just has him staggered, but you can see the damage has been done as well to Marcus Lewis thus far in this matchup. He tried to make a tag, was not able to there.
Marcus Lewis in trouble. He's got to get the tag ultimately. I mean, he's fighting back right now, John, but Brody King.
There we go. Lewis into the ropes. Oh, and a knee right into the lower lumbar spine of Marcus Lewis, who fires back with a right fist to Tyler Bateman.
Wow.
Oh, big Yakuza kick to the face of Marcus Lewis, and he might be out cold.
Brody King savoring the moment and going for I thought it was going to be a pin attempt, but just a straight chokehold, leveraging all of his body weight and taking a moment to breathe.
And driving that jagged knee pad into the throat, a cover lateral press, and Hobbs in to break things up.
Brody King, punk rock fury, rarely seen in these parts here. Concord.
And don't forget, folks, the tag team titles on the line in this contest. The champions, Lion Power Hobbs and Lewis, who are in trouble right now, defending against King and Bateman.
Marcus Lewis just planted on that mat.
Oh, and there's a cover. Nope. Driving the heel of the boot into the throat of Marcus Lewis was one. Tyler Bateman, double knees to the chest. And Bateman walking tall right now in the center of the ring, makes a tag to Brody King.
These guys are taking their time, John, and they're just measuring poor Marcus Lewis. Lewis has the heart of a lion, but even after a while, man, a lion could get knocked out too.
Oh, double team maneuver. And Lewis spent vertebrae first into that turnbuckle. And here comes Hobbs to try and get some help for his tag team partner, but the referee telling him you got to stay out of the ring, only one at a time.
100%. Brody King makes the tag. Here comes Tyler Bateman. Wow, very sound strategy by these punk rock animals, or at least one punk rock animal and one just sick individual. Oh my God.
The sound of that forearm shot, and now Hobbs and Hobbs and King exchanging blows, going at it.
It's just broken down here, but the teamwork never stops. Brody King with the senton splash into the corner, cannonball, call it what you will, but he got him.
But how much did it take out of Brody King in the interim? He had to regain his own composure. Lateral press, a hook of the leg, and in comes Hobbs to break things up.
And a kick to the kidney by Will Hobbs isn't exactly going to put any extra pep in your step. But the quick tags being utilized here by Bateman and King tell the story.
A tag, KG, there was no tag right there. King just clapped his hands, and the referee heard it, assumed there was a tag.
Wow, they got me. That shows you how good these guys are. Good at being bad, primarily. Tyler Bateman, could it be the night that we see the All-Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships change hands in such an unprecedented time frame, John? Lion Power just won the belts a short time ago with the Cow Palace.
And a tag
they don't want to be a footnote on that championship list on Wikipedia, John.
No, you're absolutely right. They would love to have one of the longest reigns in all pro wrestling history if they can, but right now that reign is in danger at the hands of King and Bateman as Brody King manhandling Marcus Lewis, but Lewis lands on his feet. A German release suplex attempted.
Lewis has got to make that tag. Wow. Got him with that kick, John, but he couldn't even get him over. Make the tag, Marcus Lewis. Make the tag.
Sits out this time, gets all the power behind it, connecting with the temple of Brody King. Both men down in the center of the ring.
Chant of Marcus fills the air here. All Pro Wrestling, Gym Wars, your boy KG, John Roberts calling all the action as Lion Power defend their championships against Tyler Bateman and Brody King. Here's the tag from Marcus Lewis.
And a tag made by King as well. In comes Bateman, but a big clothesline by Rude. Back elbow to King. Bateman looking for a clothesline of his own, but Rude able to duck it. Hobbs able to duck it.
Hobbs with that power slam. Power for days. Planting him with that suplex.
Hobbs now going after Bateman up to the second rope. Are you kidding? Release exploder from the top rope.
Will Hobbs is Lion Power. The Fury all being unleashed. King kicked right out over the top rope into the front row.
And now Hobbs calling for Marcus Lewis to take to the air. This capacity crowd here tonight at the Clayton Valley Charter High School coming unglued. Marcus Lewis gonna fly.
Up and over. He didn't get all of them, John, but he got enough. I sure hope Randy Orton isn't watching this stream, but I digress. The power of Will Hobbs countered by Bateman. Oh, my God. Did you see that?
Vicious back elbow from Bateman. Follows it up with a forearm shot, and now removing the elbow pad. Going to do some real damage here to Hobbs.
Those are knockout blows being delivered to the head of one Will Hobbs. Bateman one more time.
Wait a minute. Hobbs caught Bateman. Got him perched.
Wow.
And a huge running power slam. 2, 3.
He did it.
And Lion Power retain the tag team gold.
And your winners by pinfall and still APW Universal Tag Team Champions, Lion Power.
You know when Will Hobbs is counting his teeth that he was in a battle, John Roberts, but Lion Power got the job done. Titles defended successfully. This is All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars, and you're looking.
Wait a minute, KG. Do you see that?
What?
Did you see that? Wait, can we go back? In the truck. I hate to communicate to production in this way, but production, can we get a shot of that?
Wait a minute.
The Classic Connection.
Wait a minute, production. Get a shot of that.
Oh my God! Classic Connection coming through the curtain, but from the crowd comes the Bully Gang, the Black Armada.
Wait a minute. Classic Connection's pissed. I guess it's the case of evil minds think alike. They were both thinking the same thing, but they got beat to the punch by the Black Armada. Black Armada said earlier they wanted that title shot, but so do those guys. What the hell is going on here?
Well, Brian Zane saying earlier that tonight was just step one towards 4, meaning 4 title reigns, but guess what? The Black Armada are making their presence known in the tag team division here tonight in Concord, California.
Black Armada coming in, but let's be honest, Lion Power just defended the gold. They had an incredibly hard-fought match, and neither of those two guys are your current All Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They can want to inject themselves in all they want, John.
And now we have to hear from Caesar Black
again. God.
Mr. Zane, this is High Evolution. This It's the Black Armada's time. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nothing classic, nothing present, because we are the future.
Hey,
What?
you listen here, Hong Kong Phooey. I don't know if you're aware of this. But we got dibs on those guys, all right? These are the rightful tag team champions. They're first in line, not you guys. Get through all your chrome domes, all right? This is our time. Classic Connection time.
It's Classic Connection
you
time
start
to
nothing.
attack the champions?
You have not heard the last of us, all right? This is not over. We got dibs.
This is a very interesting
Classic
twist.
Connection.
Well, the Classic
Dibs.
Connection have not gotten
First step to 4.
have not gotten their rematch yet for
First
the tag
step
team
to
titles.
4, Caesar.
The tag team titles that they lost back at the Cow Palace. But
right.
the Black Armada making a huge statement and an impact here tonight. And you heard Caesar Black, nothing classic, nothing present are going to stand in their way.
And let's be honest, the Classic Connection don't need those refs to hold them back because they want no part of the Bully Gang. The Bully Gang are fired up. The Bully Gang are ready to fight. They attacked the defenseless Will Hobbs and Marcus Lewis, but I know this Classic Connection wanted no part of a straight-up fight.
Well, the landscape of the tag team division surely is starting to form and size up. And it looks like the Black Armada have made a statement here tonight about who stands tallest and largest within the APW tag team ranks.
They've certainly made their presence known, John, without a doubt. Time will tell what the future holds for the Bully Gang, the Black Armada, Papa Esco, and Big Sin. Because in addition, Lion Power's not going to take this sitting down, John. And now you add the unknown ingredient of the Classic Connection to it.
We're going to bring the bodega to Lion Power. And they are not ready for it. Come get this work, son.
And ladies and gentlemen, still APW Universal Tag Team Champions, Lion Power!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here live tonight for Gym Wars. John Roberts and Kevin Gill here at ringside to call the action. You've also heard the voice of JC Howard here in attendance with us tonight. Thank you so much for being with us. Still more action to come, though. We are far from over. We still have a huge four-way contest. And let's not forget, KG, the APW Worldwide Internet title is on the line here tonight. Carl Fredericks defending against Yoshitatsu.
Defending against Yoshitatsu. How dope is that? Only in All Pro Wrestling will you get to see the brightest and fastest rising stars like Carl Fredericks taking on international New Japan superstars like Yoshitatsu. This is All Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely, 100%. And of course, this is being brought to you here live tonight from the Clayton Valley Charter High School in Concord, California. Part of our Gym Wars fundraiser events tonight. We're raising funds for the sports and athletic programs here at Clayton Valley Charter High School. You too can have All Pro Wrestling at your high school for a Gym Wars fundraiser event. Log on to allprowrestling.com today for more information. But KG, right now we're going to step away. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more action later on here tonight. But right now, a special bonus match from the APW archives here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Let's unlock the archives.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me now? All right, wrestling fans, right now we're going to take a 10-minute intermission. Take this time, get some fresh air, use the restroom. Of course, enjoy some delicious snacks and treats at our concession stand outside of the gymnasium. Rules that I've been told to make sure to share with each and every one of you is that the only food and beverages allowed inside the gymnasium is only bottled water. So if you want to enjoy other treats, please enjoy them outside.
Jared Kratos hasn't been the same person either, John.
Kratos has weathered storms. He's fought his way through ladder matches, through steel cage matches, and come out the other side, still the man standing tall in the center of the ring. And right now, he has got a tough task in broken Matt Hardy, standing just a few feet away from him.
Broken Matt Hardy will eat your feet. That's the kind of thing Jared Kratos either doesn't think about at all, because if he does, it'll just keep him up at night, John.
Collar and elbow tie up, Kratos and Hardy jockeying for position here as Kratos able to get the advantage early on and shove Hardy into the ropes.
It's that feeling out process, John. split crowd here, John.
And Kratos with the clean break, backing up to give Hardy ample space to come out of the corner back to the center of the ring and keep the fight between the ropes.
The intensity of Matt Hardy, John, just the intensity etched on his face. It's got to get in the head of Kratos.
Another collar and elbow tie up here between Hardy and Kratos.
What? He's leading this sold-out crowd, John, in a chant of delete, threatening to delete JR Kratos. What a loss that would be for all pro wrestling.
Look at the grin on the face of Kratos. Oh, this is a family show, ladies and gentlemen, although that was not too family friendly. And now it's Kratos' face that is getting smashed on the top turnbuckle.
The crowd chanting delete along with each knock of the dome into that buckle, John, and now the action spilled out right here in front of our commentary position.
As Kratos' head finds the ring apron again and again and again, and oh my, right here in front of us.
Oh my God. This is pure chaos, John. Insanity at ringside. The whole front row getting vacated here. Matt Hardy's lost his mind. We almost lost the camera.
You talk about having your bell rung. I'm pretty sure Kratos' bell has been rung from here to New York City.
Unbelievable, John. This is just chaos. I don't think anyone was expecting that.
And now Hardy back into the ring, going right after JR Kratos, the God of War, in trouble here at the hands of he who is broken, Matt Hardy. Side headlock takeover there from Hardy to Kratos.
Listen, we know if Matt deletes JR Kratos, it won't be the first time that Matt's deleted somebody. I have a feeling that it's not going to be the last time that Matt deletes somebody. We saw what happened to his brother Jeff, now known as Nero. But this crowd wants to see it. I never thought I would say this, John. Half of this crowd at least wants to see JR Kratos deleted. That's blowing my mind.
Well, and if Kratos is deleted, then all his intellectual property and everything that he is will belong to Matt Hardy. Oh!
Wow.
Big headbutt there from Kratos. Takes down broken Matt. Cover, but only a 1 count as Hardy's able to get the shoulder up.
Barely a 1, John.
Vicious shot to the gut there from JR Kratos. And KG, what can you tell me about JR Kratos? I know he's got a lot of MMA training. He spent a lot of time working out and getting himself ready for the ring.
Well, the thing with Kratos is, John, it's like you said, it's the myriad of disciplines he studies. It's the fact that while he's doing pro wrestling training, he's doing catch training, he's doing MMA training. You know, this is all happening at the same time, so he has a wealth of moves to pull from, such as that classic guillotine slingshot off that second rope, John. Very impactful, very dangerous. But the thing is, with someone like Broken Matt Hardy, John, he is a ring general. No matter how twisted and broken and deranged his mind has come, Matt Hardy is still a wrestling genius and always has been a wrestling genius. JR Kratos needs to string together some huge moves here, John, and get Broken Matt Hardy not just out of his element, but just out of consciousness, John.
Forearm shot there from Kratos into the head of Matt Hardy. Hardy now sent face first into the far turnbuckle, and Kratos not backing away, continuing to apply pressure to broken Matt Hardy.
Hardy fighting back, John. He's got to do something here, because when you're getting bounced around by a big man like Kratos, ooh, Lord.
Hardy into the ropes, looking to get some momentum. Ooh, big clothesline does not take down the big man.
Staggered him, John, but he never lost his footing.
Irish whip up coming, maybe, yes, no. Countered there by Kratos as Hardy's spine meets the turnbuckle.
Kratos rushed in with that clothesline, John, and took Hardy all the way down to his very last calm down.
Hook of the leg.
Kratos hooks the leg.
Wow. This time he's able to get to a 2 count. So all the damage that Kratos has been doing to Hardy is working. It's starting to wear down broken man.
Slowly but surely. Big JR Kratos using that power and size advantage. But John, the big man's about to take flight here. JR Kratos perched up, second rope. Oh my God.
Looking for the leg drop, and Hardy tried to roll out of the way, but Kratos was still able to get part of it, but not as much as he wanted to.
Matt Hardy quite pleased with himself. And you got to ask yourself the question, John, does this leave JR Kratos open for deletion? How many more elbow drops does it take like that to delete JR Kratos? That took a lot out of the big man, John, missing that leg drop. That could literally be the turning point in this match.
Hardy, huge clothesline in the corner as the crowd chanting delete with every single strike from Hardy.
Delete indeed, John. Could it be?
Matt Hardy, that front face lock, now lifted Kratos up into the suplex, center of the ring. Hardy, lateral press.
Not enough to keep him down, but man, I don't know how much longer this match can go on, John.
Only a 1 count there on
That's
Kratos.
insane.
What does that say about the strength and perseverance of one JR Kratos?
The same thing these strikes do, John. The man's got heart. He's got no quit. And here he comes. Oh, Kratos got caught with the sleeper, John. Again, his mind may be broken, but it's still infused with brilliance. Welcome to Matt Hardy's world, JR Kratos. Broken Matt Hardy's world.
Expertly applied veteran maneuver there from Hardy, trying to put out the God of War Kratos, and it looks like he's doing so to great success here in the center of the ring. Kratos not able to get to that bottom rope as he tried to reach out for it.
This could be it, John. Kratos is in a lot of trouble here. The air is running out. Every second that passes by brings JR Kratos closer and closer to deletion, John.
And Hardy, you saw him wrenching away, throwing his full body like a pendulum to add more weight and more strength and cinch in that sleeper deeper. But Kratos starting to show signs of life, feeding off the energy of this crowd.
Now it's just a chin lock at this point, John, but he's still holding on to it, still affecting that flow of air to the head. But now Kratos with the power.
Beautiful suplex there from JR Kratos, but you got to think it was out of desperation just to get a momentary lapse, a break between himself and Matt Hardy.
Just to create that opening, John, that moment, just a moment, a few moments to get your breath, to gather your bearings, to plan your next move, John. These guys are definitely feeling it right now. This has been a very hard-fought battle. It's not over yet, and it could go either way. Hardy takes that right in hard.
Oh, and Kratos was looking for a big splash, but Hardy able to move out of the way. Follows it up with a big clothesline, and now Hardy running, Bulldog connecting.
He got all of that, John.
Hardy with a cover, 2. Could it be enough? No.
Hardy looking back at the ref, John. He wanted to see and hear that third hand come down with his own eyeballs.
And over the years, how many times have we seen that running Bulldog lead to victory for broken Matt Hardy?
Well, mostly for regular Matt Hardy, but we have seen it be effective for broken Matt Hardy this year.
Hardy, huge right fist to the face of Kratos. Kratos in trouble. His buddy got
power, John. Power's the name of the game for Kratos. Kratos got broken Matt Hardy, and oh my God, Johnny almost broke him for real.
1, 2, following that huge power slam there from Kratos.
Wow, John, that was very sudden, very dangerous, and that almost took Matt Hardy right out of the game.
The spine of Matt Hardy has got to be jacked and realigned right now following that maneuver as he's trying to fight back against JR Kratos as these two combatants trade right hands.
John, just standing and trading.
Kratos looking for one of his own. Wait a minute, side effect from Hardy.
He got him, John, and now I think it's just academic. Hardy for the cover, 2 and no.
So close to a 3 count there was broken Matt Hardy. And the matchup continues. Kratos trying to dig deep and summon some sort of strength here. Hardy looking for the side effect again, connecting.
That side effect perfectly executed, John. Hooks the leg. Man, Kratos, this has got to be last legs for Kratos. This is strictly desperation time, John. If he does not turn this outcome around right here, right now, I'm very afraid that JR Kratos is about to be deleted, John Roberts.
Hardy sizing up Kratos. And you can see it on the face of Matt Hardy. He senses that the end is nigh for JR Kratos, but Kratos
trying to
showing
go for
there's still fight left.
One more side effect, John. Possibly one too many.
Kratos, back elbow into the temple. Oh, and a running boot right into the face. Kratos leaving his own feet to connect.
But the presence of mind, John, the presence of mind of broken Matt Hardy rode that momentum all the way out here to the floor. And now he's got a few precious moments to recuperate while JR Kratos plans his next move. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Wait a minute, JR Kratos, they're about to take flight, John.
Oh! We've seen him do that before, launch over the turnbuckle.
It didn't work that time, John. What the hell? Hardy trying to suplex him right up to our commentary position, John.
We might need to move. Hardy trying to size up Kratos, but Kratos, whoa, look at the strength of Kratos just deadlifting Matt Hardy up onto the top rope.
Not where you want to be, John, crouched on that steel support cable in between the buckle and the ring post with nearly 300 pounds of JR Kratos climbing up to set you up for God knows what, John Roberts.
Kratos to the second rope. Hardy perched. Hardy trying to fight his way out. Now with some rights He tried to slip his way out, now throwing some
biting.
Now biting at the ear of JR Kratos.
He's been known, John. He's been known to bite and even digest people completely.
Whoa! Vicious running knee lift from JR Kratos finds its mark on the temple of Broken Matt Hardy.
And Broken Matt Hardy falls all the way down to that polished teak mahogany floor here, John, at the Pacelli Event Center. All Pro Wrestling, Halloween Hell, pure chaos is unfolding. You can see the fans there offering their support to Broken Matt Hardy, but he may be broken. He may be out of it, John. He's got a 10 count to get back in the ring. Referee's already almost up to 4.
Kratos not moving in the ring himself as we see Hardy on the outside, slowly getting to his knees, and now Kratos rolls out to continue the onslaught of punishment.
Brutal kick, John. Brutal kick right into the ribs of Hardy, and that's going to have such an effect on the outcome of this match, because when you inhibit the lungs like that, John, by hitting the ribs, you really affect the air intake.
Irish whip from Kratos sends Hardy shoulder first into the turnbuckle post.
And there's Hardy, short on oxygen, high on pain off that collision with that steel corner post, John.
And Kratos back into the ring to break up the referee's 10 count.
Very
He's got to
smart.
start back over. And now, Kratos yelling delete at the face of Matt Hardy.
Crowd doesn't like it either, John. They normally love JR Kratos, but they're fully behind all this deletion action from Matt Hardy. You could hear him.
And Kratos' face meets the ring apron. And now, Broken Matt showing his broken brilliance here in this matchup. Huge forearm to the face of Kratos.
And now they're standing and trading again, John. This could be JR Kratos' last stand.
Oh, Kratos gets the boot into the gut of Hardy. He's got him he's got him goozled.
He's got him goozled, John, setting him up here. Could it be?
Oh, wait a minute. Hardy counters with a DDT. Hardy counters with a DDT.
Hardy caught him, John. Caught him out of nowhere.
There's a cover. 1, 2. And Kratos, out of desperation, it's almost like the referee's hand hitting the mat, brought it back to life, and he got the shoulder up just in time.
Unbelievable. Hardy now saying, this is it, John. As you would say, Hardy giving the international symbol for this is the end of you.
Hardy to the second rope, and yes, I would say that. Hardy up to the second rope, sizing up JR Kratos.
Just measuring him, John. Listen to this crowd.
Hardy calling for the end, dropping the elbow on the back of the head of Kratos, stacking him up. 1, 2, could it be enough? No.
Man.
And now Hardy back to his feet again, calling to summon all of the energy of all the IP that he owns.
This is it, John, the final showdown, the final countdown, if you will.
Hardy,
Kratos.
He was looking for the twist of fate. Kratos able to counter it.
He had the presence of mind somehow, John.
Oh! Side drop there with that huge elbow across the throat. And now
Nicely
Kratos
done.
setting Hardy up.
Oh! Beautiful Michinoku driver, John. And wait a minute, I think I know. I think he's about to. Is he, John? Could it be?
Kratos.
He's dusting him off, John.
That's right, he fired up that hand. Kratos into the ropes. Big splash.
Wow.
Hook of the leg. 1, 2.
Well, as we were saying earlier, John, JR Kratos fired him up. He dusted him off, and both of us were expecting it, yet not on time for it. So we both gave it our best try, just like JR Kratos has given his best try right here, John, because a win against Matt Hardy would mean the world to JR Kratos' career, man. This would put him, like you said, right back in the top of the rankings.
Kratos in trouble. Wait.
No!
And
God!
down goes the official. Down goes the official. Hardy was looking for the twist of fate. He got countered, and the official went down. Kratos lifting up Hardy. Sitting out with that. Wait a minute.
What the hell is going on here?
All the lights just went out.
What is going on here, John?
I'm not sure what. Well, all the power just seemed to go on. What the?
You guys been having a good time so far? No, Clayton Valley. I said you guys having fun so far.
We return to the Pacelli Event Center on
We
Friday,
still got
July
so many
7th.
matches
Already
still to
announced
come,
Cody Rhodes is going to be
including
in
in our
action
main event,
against
tag team
Chocolate
action.
Thunder, Willie
Bad
Mack.
Boys
Tickets are available
personified,
at
Rick Luxury,
apw.eventbrite.com.
Boyce LeGrand, and their manager, Lucian Delight.
The Pacelli
Take
Event
on
Center.
Attica.
Tickets are available now online.
Carlos. And the Mad Tongan, Sione Finau.
And don't forget, folks, tickets are available now for that event on Friday, July 7th at apw.eventbrite.com at the Pacelli Event Center. That event coming up soon. And also, don't forget, if you would like to bring All Pro Wrestling to your local area, hit us up, allprowrestling.com, so you can join in the adventure and the excitement that is All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars fundraiser events. Raise money for your school, for your
Ladies
local
and gentlemen, welcome
and
to the
organization,
second
and
half
let
of
APW be a part of it.
Gym Wars. I am your ring announcer and host, the voice, Donovan Troy. And are you guys ready for some more APW action? Let's get our next match started right now. The following contest is a fatal four-way, and it's scheduled for one fall. This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for your contest, Jimmy Mack. Introducing first, making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 177 pounds, Douglas James.
And KG, this young man, Douglas James, arriving here in All Pro Wrestling for this one fall fatal four-way contest. And this is a young man from Hollywood who looks to be the star that shines the brightest here tonight at APW.
That might be a bit
and
presumptuous.
his opponent making his way to the ring from the last house from the left, weighing in at $2. Please welcome Bison Braddock.
When you got someone like Bison Braddock in the ring, John, anything can happen. I recently had the opportunity to call some matches for that man up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and he brought the ruckus up north, and I know he's going to bring the ruckus tonight for APW Gym Wars.
Braddock and James, two young, stalwart competitors, but both know how to really bring it inside of the squared circle, and they look to make an impact here tonight at APW Gym Wars, along with this man.
And their opponent making his way to the ring from Valley Village, California, weighing in at 151 pounds, he is the Jungle Boy!
You called him a man, John, and he is a man, I guess, by the letter of the law, but in reality, he is not a man, John. He is a boy, and he's not just any boy. He is Jungle Boy.
But he has got a tough task in front of him, as do James and Braddock, in this competitor right here, making his return
and
to
the
All
final
Pro Wrestling.
Competitor.
Wow.
He hails from 6 feet deep. This is Graves.
Graves, this monster of a man, this stalwart competitor returning to All Pro Wrestling. His first time back in an APW ring since suffering a shoulder injury months ago. It's great to have him back here in APW.
And how about that impressive vertical leap, just leaping from a standing position up onto that ring apron in one fell swoop. This is going to be epic.
And the bell sounds, this matchup officially underway. Four-way contest, one fall to a finish.
Graves already down and out. Shocked at that development.
And now Douglas James, Bison Braddock, and Jungle Boy all trading blows. And now James and Braddock going to team up and go after Jungle Boy. There are no true friends in this contest, KG. But you might see some quick alliances for a moment.
Of course, as it's convenient. Jungle Boy slung off that top rope, turns it into a double arm drag. Unbelievable, just hurling both opponents, but here's Graves.
Graves stalking Jungle Boy like he's a piece of meat. Coming back with a huge clothesline, following the counter there. Oh, and a
my
huge
God.
lariat. Turns Jungle Boy inside out and brings this crowd to their feet.
The intensity of Graves, but right in the middle of his celebration, out of nowhere, there's Douglas James. Boom!
Huge high impact move there from Graves. Takes down James, and Braddock now going after Graves. Huge knife edge chop right into the pec.
Graves just glaring into the camera here. He wasn't happy about that at all, and he turns
wait a
it
minute, here we
into
go.
a submission.
Quick armbar, trying to hyperextend. But
Jungle
James,
Boy.
James and Jungle Boy there to break it up. Again, one fall to a finish.
They are working. Oh my God, double super kick. They could have popped his head like a pimple.
And now Jungle Boy, Irish whip counter there by James. Huge
Wow.
leapfrog drop down attempt by James. Looking for the drop kick, connecting right on the point of the jaw.
Douglas James impresses me more and more every time I see him. Popular fan favorite, hard worker, and just incredible in the ring, John.
Here we go, James, flying elbow. And now with another full head of steam. And James, every time he goes for that elbow, it looks like he launched. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh my God, Jungle Boy caught him with that cutter.
Canopy cutter there from the Jungle Boy.
Wait a minute.
Jungle Boy get a springboard in, looking for the canopy cutter again.
No.
Oh, and he got caught.
Graves had it scouted.
Oh,
Graves picked him up and hurled him, John Roberts.
Hurl's that's a great use of the word hurl, because he definitely just chucked him like a sack of laundry.
Braddock, though, just ran into a belly-to-belly. Rolls out to try to shake it off, but Joe Graves here to make a name and let the wrestling world know Joe Graves is back, and he ain't going anywhere anytime soon,
But wait a minute.
to the top.
Douglas James looking for an opening. Fast into the ropes. Oh, and a suicide dive to the outside.
Oh, my God.
Takes down everyone at ringside. Braddock and Jungle Boy laid out by Douglas James.
Douglas James quickly hurling Bison Braddock. It's almost like feeding the alligator at the zoo, just feeding Douglas James in. But now, look, now they're working as a team, John. So unpredictable.
Double Irish whip, drop down by Braddock, and with a picture-perfect drop kick right to the jaw. A cover by James. Could this be enough? Braddock breaks it up.
Unbelievable drop kick. Douglas James. I've seen this guy do so many things. It doesn't matter whether it's in the Crash promotion, whether it's here, wherever he goes around this wrestling world. Douglas James has heart, John, and he's got unprecedented speed.
Savant kick to the gut. Oh, Northern Lights bridging suplex
Look
by
at
Braddock.
that.
But Braddock rolls through. Oh, wait, he got caught. Nope, possibly.
Nope.
Looking for a second Northern Lights.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me? Are we going to see a trio of Northern Lights here from
It's like the
Bison
Rio
Braddock?
Trio.
Oh, my goodness. 1, 2, is this going to be it? Oh, Jungle
No.
Boy in to break it up.
Jungle Boy swoops in to make the save, but is able to duck under the lariat there from Braddock.
Braddock in trouble here. Jungle Boy, though.
What?
Look at this. Straight into a German with a bridge. 2, 3, no.
This is single fall elimination, one pin to win. And what an impressive platform to win on here at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars in Concord, California. Your boy KG and John Roberts on the call, and Jungle Boy's on the attack.
Oh, but Braddock is firing back right now. Ooh, Savant kick a little low there from Jungle Boy. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, high cradle Tazplex there from Bison Braddock connecting. Oh, but Graves stalking his opponent.
Graves just comes in and hoists him up like a sack of laundry, John.
Beautiful double leg takedown there by Graves with
Oh
authority.
my God, Douglas James with springs for legs almost kicked the beard off the face.
Oh, and here we go. Douglas James. Oh, no way. Jungle Boy's too far away.
No, he's not.
Frog splash.
Not for Douglas James.
James. But he might have taken too much out of himself there.
Having
A hook to the
trouble.
leg, lateral press. Oh,
Oh,
and Graves
no.
there to break it up.
Graves.
And
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what a kick to the back of the head.
Graves isn't feeling that at all.
Are you
He's
kidding me?
asking, is there mosquitoes biting tonight or what? James got the beard. Brilliant strategy by Douglas James.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Braddock lifting up Jungle Boy. James and Graves distracted over on the right side of your screen. Braddock lifting up Jungle Boy.
Pulling Graves out of the ring by his beard. Jungle Boy, though, with the counter, spins around.
Oh, wait a minute. Jungle Boy.
Oh, my
a
God.
crucifix bomb there. 2, 3.
Jungle Boy.
The Jungle Boy picking up the Duke here
And
tonight.
your winner by pinfall, the Jungle Boy!
This is the biggest night in Jungle Boy's career. Crowd is on their feet. The Jungle Boy has conquered 3 of the best in all pro wrestling, John. Unprecedented upset victory. Print that, Dave Meltzer.
But things look like they were getting personal there between Graves and Douglas James, and I really hope we haven't seen the last of those two in an APW ring.
Incredible showing. Again, nobody look at this crowd, John Roberts, on their feet. Massive ovation for all 4 competitors. All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars brings it to you.
The Jungle Boy victorious here tonight in this fatal 4-way matchup. So much action still to come here, ladies and gentlemen. The APW Worldwide Internet title is on the line here tonight. Carl Fredericks, the champion, defending against Yoshitatsu and KG. Let's not forget about our huge main event, Rick Luxury and Boyce LeGrand to take on the team of Matt Carlos and Sione Finau.
And the question for me, John, on top of that incredible main event, what is the status and whereabouts of Jacob Fatu?
We still don't know. I mean, his keys and his phone were taken by
The
Lucian
following
Delight, Luxury, and
contest
Boyce
is
LeGrand.
scheduled for one fall. This match has a 15-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Tim Cooper.
Well, I think the fun and excitement level, which has already been very palpable here tonight, KG, is about to get amplified because
Making
of the
his way
arrival of
to
the
ring
Chocolate Poppy.
first, representing Tanzania, Africa, weighing in at 220 pounds, he is Chocolate Poppy Steiker Green.
Steiker Green arriving here tonight at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. And KG, when I caught up with him earlier, he had his sights set. He was laser focused on JR Kratos here tonight.
And it's hard to be laser focused after a 19-and-a-half-hour flight with 4 connections from Tanzania, Africa, John. Easy for you to say.
Well, this young man has been lighting up the California territories as of late and looks to continue the impressive streak he has been on here tonight in APW. But he has a tall task in front of him, a true monster, a true god of war, a true behemoth, the supreme juggernaut arriving here in All Pro Wrestling, the former APW Universal Heavyweight Champion.
And his opponent making his way to the ring from Sacramento, California, weighing in this evening at 280 pounds. He is a former APW Universal Heavyweight Champion. He is the God of War, JR Kratos.
And there he is, KG. I know you've got a lot to say about this man, so please, sir.
I mean, JR Kratos is the man, John Roberts. To me, he is just the man in All Pro Wrestling and in life. And Steiker may have a lot going on, but he's going to have his hands full tonight with that guy.
KG, you know JR Kratos very well. What's some of the workout regimen that he does to get himself in ring shape and get himself ready for a competitor like the Chocolate Poppy Steiker Green?
You know, it's well documented on all forms of social media that JR Kratos, when weights aren't available, he'll lift other people in the locker room or the training area. He'll use people as weights. He'll use tractor tires. He'll use automobiles, recently pushing a Cadillac SUV up a hill in downtown San Francisco. That was crazy. But I digress, John, because the bell is rung. We're underway. All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars. JR Kratos taking on the Chocolate Poppy Steiker.
And you could see the look on Steiker Green there a moment ago. He knows the tall task that is in front of him. This former Universal Champion that you see on your screen right now, JR Kratos. And Steiker going to take a moment here. Maybe a couple extra calisthenics, maybe get himself fired up, get the adrenaline pumping a little bit here, KG.
He's got to do something, man, because he's got quite a battle on his hands. The crowd almost wants him to just continue out the door and leave. Perhaps just award this match to Kratos. Shout out to all the good people here of Concord, California. So important to come out and support All Pro Wrestling when it comes to your city, allprowrestling.com. But I digress, because this crowd is just like the crowd in Pacifica, just like the crowd in San Francisco, just like the crowd everywhere All Pro Wrestling runs, John. They love the God of War, J.R. Kratos. They love the guy. And it's because a lot of the stuff that he gets into when he's not in the ring, when he's not training, he's helping people, John. He's helping kids. He's so involved in his community. Another reason why he's the man.
Collar and elbow tie up and a takeover there by Kratos, showing the power that he has and really imposing it on Stryker Green, letting him know, hey man, this is my yard. You want some, come get some.
Absolutely. Kratos is not hard to find. The guy's like a human planet. Planet Kratos, call him the God of War, call him JR. Call him a man destined to hold championship gold once again right here in All Pro Wrestling. But tonight it's not about gold, John, it's about personal respect. And Stryker, the chocolate poppy, he's been turning heads, as you've mentioned. He's been on a winning streak of sorts, but he's in there with a beast, John, and he's so focused on the disdain this audience has for him that he might just miss out on keeping his defenses up against the God of War.
Oh, Kratos was going for another collar and elbow tie-up, but the chocolate poppy with a kick to the gut.
Chocolate poppy ran into a brick wall there. Wow, that time he knocked Kratos back. Not enough to take him down, but the knee right between the bridge of the nose and the eyebrows, taking Kratos out of the mix. But Kratos powers Stryker to the corner. And Stryker takes the ride, crashing sternum first on that unforgiving canvas here in All Pro Wrestling. Gym Wars, that's the man, J.R. Kratos, the God of War. I am your boy KG. I'm joined by John Roberts at All Pro Wrestling on Twitter, allprowrestling.com. Kratos just lighting him up with those chops, John.
And Chocolate Poppy in trouble here as the former Universal Champ, and you said it a moment ago, he would love to get his hands on more championship gold here in All Pro Wrestling. Launching the Chocolate Poppy all the way across the ring. And of course, Kratos doesn't just have his eyes set on the Universal gold. Of course, I'm sure one day he'd love to hold tag team gold and possibly even the Worldwide Internet Championship.
No, 1,000,000%. He wants it all.
And now Kratos really taking it to Chocolate Poppy, and you see the eyes bulging out of the head there of Stryker Green. He knows he's in trouble here. Kratos just deadlifting up Stryker Green and stalling. Oh, but wait a minute. A counter. No!
Wow.
A vertical release suplex with a throw there.
Stryker's very lucky that those ring posts and corner pads are in place, because both of those last two moves would have thrown Stryker completely clear of the ring and into the APW faithful at ringside. Kratos now stalking his prey, John Roberts, and Stryker may have bit off more than he can chew here.
Oh, look at that. A smile and a wink for the crowd here in attendance tonight. Oh, and look at that. With such ease did he throw Stryker Green. Did J.R. Kratos, just getting his hands in there and just with the fingertips even launching Stryker Green across the ring.
The way someone may throw a PlayStation controller onto a recliner.
Oh, but wait a minute. Stryker moving out of the way, and Kratos shoulder first into that turnbuckle post.
Stryker very quick to capitalize, which is smart. That's the kind of stuff you learn when you train out in Reno.
Oh.
But I digress. It was so evil, the opposite of nice, that he did it twice, John.
Kratos' shoulder bouncing off that vicious steel ring post.
Very innovative offense there. Got this crowd on their feet. They got so much disdain for him, John. They're totally in the corner of Kratos. They just want Stryker to leave, which to me is hilarious.
Oh, and now Stryker going to work, targeting that shoulder that has met the steel twice, and a lateral press. But only a one count. It's going to take a lot more than that kind of damage to take down the former Universal Champion.
It's possible you might be able to pin the man moments after an impact like that, or immediately upon impact, but not minutes later as the case here, John. Crowd on their feet.
And Stryker continuing to bear away at the shoulder there of J.R. Kratos. Stryker now going up to the second rope.
He sees an opening, and he's going to walk on through it and
walk
emerge like a shining light. Look at the balance.
Walking the tightrope.
What?
Driving the shoulder hard into the canvas was Stryker Green. And now with the Chocolate Poppy showing that mean streak. And a very arrogant cover, just swatted away like a fly there by J.R. Kratos.
J.R. Kratos with disdain, but he's looking at his own shoulder and arm with a sense of worry and wonder. How is he going to be able to perform half of his signature offensive maneuvers without having that shoulder? That's his cornerstone, John. So many things he can do with it. Stryker may have opened up a door here that's going to see a huge victory for the Chocolate Poppy.
Stryker, but here comes Kratos with a huge forearm right into the jaw of the Chocolate Poppy, but he doesn't see Stryker coming behind with a huge boot right into the point of the face.
Chocolate Poppy able to somehow manifest the energy to follow Kratos in before Kratos could deliver that final blow, but Kratos returns the favor and clotheslines him over the top to the floor.
What a huge clothesline from the God of War.
Unbelievable atmosphere. All Pro Wrestling. Jim Wars.
Kratos is feeling it. Kratos is feeling it. Suicide. No. Kratos, it's a suicide dive because you throw caution to the wind, you put it all on the line, and if you crash and burn, it could spell disaster, and that's what it's spelling for J.R. Kratos right here.
Kratos speared him right out of the air, John.
1, 2,
Oh my God.
How close was that near fall right there, KG?
That was a fraction of a second away from victory. It's possible Kratos didn't get all of that spear, but from this vantage point, it sure looked like he got most of it. Stryker flying off the top rope, totally wide open, and there, the educated eye of J.R. Kratos found that opening.
Well, he probably didn't get all of it because of the damage that had been done to the shoulder throughout this matchup by the Chocolate Poppy.
Very true, very true. Like I said, think of the offensive moves that are impacted or compromised. That's one of them. Wow, even
jawbreaker there. Kratos looking for the clothesline. What a huge kick to the face. And now Stryker.
Again on that shoulder, John.
Spiking Kratos. There's a cover hook of both legs. It would definitely be a huge upset, KG, for Stryker to pick up a victory tonight. But what would it mean for this young man's career moving forward?
Oh, the sky's the limit for Stryker. Stryker's got already kind of that star, that future star thing going on without a doubt. But the fact that he's not just holding his own, but possibly moments away here from victory says a lot about the Chocolate Poppy.
Looking to end it there was the Chocolate Poppy, but Kratos moved out of the way.
Wow.
And now Kratos rolling over Stryker. 2.
No.
No,
happened?
No, the shoulder got up before the 3. The ref waved it off. 2. Could it be enough? 3.
What?
Yes. And Kratos gets the victory following that wheelbarrow slam.
By pinfall, the God of War, J.R. Kratos.
Kratos did not allow the 3 to happen the first time because he wanted to ensure a strong victory. He wanted to put the exclamation point on a win here tonight, and that's exactly what he did with that huge wheelbarrow slam.
Impressive show of strength, as always, by the guy who, no matter who else is on the show, John, he's always got the longest line at the merch table. He always brings the most fans to see him, but he also makes the most new fans every night. All interesting stats and observations on the God of War, J.R. Kratos, as the crowd serenades away his opponent, the Chocolate Poppy.
Kratos picking up the victory here tonight over Stryker Green, and there you see the former Universal Champion standing tall in the middle of the squared circle here tonight at the Clayton Valley Charter High School in Concord, California. John Robertson, Kevin Gill here tonight live at ringside. We're joined also by J.C. Howard throughout the night. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us wherever you are. Still more action to come. Of course, our huge main event still to come tonight. Rick Luxury and Boyce LeGrand taking on the team of Matt Carlos and Sione Finau. But KG, coming up next, the APW Worldwide Internet title is on the line as Carl Fredericks defends for the first time against Yoshitatsu.
the following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it's for the APW Worldwide Internet Championship. This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for this contest, Sparky Balor. Introducing first the challenger, making his way to the ring, fighting out of Tokyo, Japan. Weighing in this evening at 220 pounds, he is a WWE alumni and new Japan superstar. He is the world famous Yoshitatsu.
Big fight feel here tonight, KG, for this Worldwide Internet title matchup. And what historic night it would be if the Bullet Club Hunter himself, Yoshitatsu, claimed the Worldwide Internet Championship.
Tonight could be the night. I mean, what hasn't Yoshitatsu accomplished in his career? One of the top in the world, John, and just being in New Japan, just that pedigree alone. Not to mention being the Bullet Club Hunter.
As we await the arrival of Tatsu's opponent, the reigning and defending champion, and there he is, the man wearing the Worldwide Internet title.
His way to the ring. He is the current, reigning, and defending APW Worldwide Internet Champion, hailing from Lovelock, Nevada, weighing in 230 pounds. He is the BFD, Carl Fredericks!
Carl Fredericks won the Worldwide Internet Championship when he defeated the Moneymaker Will Cuevas in KG, what was a hotly contested, epic back-and-forth matchup back at the Cow Palace.
Every time you have Will Cuevas and Carl Fredericks in a ring together, John, you're going to have an amazing wrestling event, without a doubt. The history of these guys is legendary, but now Fredericks moving on, shining, he's got the gold, but look who he's in there with. It's one thing to beat Will Cuevas, one of the best to lace up the boots in all pro wrestling, but suddenly for the first time in his career, Carl Fredericks is there to square off with Yoshitatsu from New Japan. That just blows my mind, dog. I can't believe the opportunities that all pro wrestling affords to make these dream matches happen. Who's a faster rising star than Carl Fredericks?
No one, absolutely no one. The meteoric rise that the BFD, as the bell sounds, has been on over the last year has been absolutely stunning to watch. And here he is locking horns with a true legend in professional wrestling in Yoshitatsu.
Yoshitatsu, looking forward to this matchup. You have no idea. I shared a car ride up here with Mr. Tatsu today, and he was just talking about the wealth of footage and matches he was consuming of Fredericks, just trying to scout this opponent. And he was very, very excited for this matchup, John. This matchup we're both very privileged to call.
Well, a collar and elbow tie up there as both men jockey for position. Champion and challenger tied up in the ropes here. And a clean break there from Fredericks.
Wow.
And a little bit of showmanship there. Maybe a little bit of ego coming through there from the man who considers himself an alpha, the BFD, Carl Fredericks.
Crowd's turning on Fredericks here. This is my house. Trying to disrespect the Japanese legend is going to lead to a series of painful head strikes.
Fredericks and Tatsu locking horns again. The go behind there by Fred. Nope, sorry, not a go behind. A wrist lock there by Tatsu. Wrenching it all the way through. Locking in the armbar there.
Yoshitatsu trying to take control here of Fredericks, but this is, like you said, John, this is the feeling out process here. And this is not Yoshitatsu's first rodeo.
Absolutely not. And it's not Fredericks either, but if you go with the veteran know-how, you definitely got to lean towards Tatsu in this contest.
Just think of all the people that Yoshitatsu has been in the ring with in his storied career.
Tatsu, nice arm drag takeover.
Wow.
Japanese style arm drag takeover. Drop kick into the chest, takes down the champion. And Fredericks is reeling a little bit here, trying to regroup himself on the outside.
And Yoshitatsu, not one of those guys who was just given a golden ticket. He wasn't born into wrestling. He earned his stripes and he earned his spot starting the traditional way in Japan.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Up and over the top rope goes Tatsu, and Fredericks didn't see it coming, took him out of ringside, did the challenger.
Unbelievable product of that New Japan dojo, John, and they can get you in so many ways. It doesn't matter if it's high flying, strikes, submission. Tatsu can do it all.
Tatsu with some knee strikes there and a clubbing blow across the shoulders of the worldwide internet champion, Fredericks.
Fredericks hurled back into the ring, but the first man back in the ring often has an advantage. Not in this case, however. Tatsu for the cover.
Lateral press, a hook of the leg.
Just a one count.
A one count. And the champion still in this contest. Challenger really taking it to him, though, attacking those shoulders and the pectoral muscles of Carl Fredericks.
Fredericks in a lot of trouble here, John.
Oh, here we go. Fredericks, is he going to be made to submit early on in this contest? This matchup less than 5 minutes old. Fredericks in trouble.
Oh, Tatsu getting himself into
wait a minute.
Position.
Nice counter. And a 2 count there for the champion. Oh, running knee to the gut by the BFD.
Fredericks now cinching him up for that suplex. Oh. High up and over, driving him through and quick cover.
Floats over, lateral press, a hook of the leg, but only a 2 count.
Fredericks has got to stay on him here, man, if he wants to get the upset of the year.
Well, 2 quick near falls there in succession for Carl Fredericks, really showing why he is the worldwide internet champion.
And speaking of that championship, John, how does this work? Yoshitatsu's going to take this title back to Japan?
He'll take it all over the world, wherever he goes, as is the case with any champion in professional wrestling.
It's just crazy to think about. The legacy of the belt so prestigious already, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here, John, because Fredericks holds the gold, and he's not planning on giving it up easily at any time soon.
Tatsu looking for the clothesline. Duck under German suplex there by the BFD, the champion. A hook of the leg, lateral press is going to be it. No.
Yoshitatsu finds a way out. Very smart strategy by Fredericks here.
The champion
right
go for another cover.
Those pinfall escapes take valuable air from your lungs, opening up the door here for Fredericks to drive home those forearm strikes.
Fredericks in that top mount position, raining down fire on the head of Yoshitatsu. And Fredericks not one to give his opponent too much breathing time, but Tatsu now firing back with a forearm shot.
Tatsu, so strong. They call it strong style, John. It's headbutts, it's strikes, and Tatsu came a long way here tonight to get that gold.
Picture perfect spine buster.
Fredericks just planted him, much to the disdain of this capacity crowd. But this is a rookie mistake, if I may, John, by the BFD.
Oh, and Fredericks, we've seen this before. Fredericks.
Wait a minute.
Stepping over. Call it the people's moonsault there by the internet champion. 2, can it be a no?
That's a bit of an homage to the great Adam Thornch, though, is it not?
It is.
His trainer out of that Reno Wrestle Factory. Fredericks now just measuring Tatsu.
And here we go. Trying to strike that arrow into the heart of Tatsu with a big splash in the corner.
Huge splash in the corner. Tatsu, despite the footage he studied, John, he may have underestimated Fredericks.
And a back elbow there. Right into the jaw. The challenger taking it to the champion here.
Bulletproof Hunter off the rope, spinning heel kick. Beautiful execution, John. Caught him flush. Now, does this create a pinfall opportunity or a moment for Tatsu to regain his composure?
Well, both competitors down. It looks like Tatsu is trying to regain his composure here and get this crowd back into this contest.
Crowd is feeling it. Yoshitatsu, the first to kind of come to his senses, get that blood flowing back to the medulla oblongata and beyond.
Both competitors up to a vertical base. Tatsu fires up with a huge forearm, but Fredericks fires back with a stronger one.
Stronger.
And look at this, just anteing up both men, firing back with everything they got. And look at Fredericks offering himself up to Tatsu, firing at 2-3. Couple quick strikes to
Wow.
the chest and a huge boot.
Tatsu just lighting him up here, John. Fredericks got caught. Look at the power of Tatsu.
Raining down with that slam. A hook of the leg. Could it be enough? Stacking up
No.
the champ. No.
Oh my God. Tatsu thought he had it right there, John.
So close to crowning a new champion here tonight in Concord.
He would have been partying in Roppongi in less than 24 hours from having his hand raised as champion, but he couldn't get it done in that moment, John, and he's creating a little bit of a breathing room opening here for Fredericks.
Champion down center of the ring. Tatsu looking to go to the high rent district. Gonna pay some rent up there, gonna pay some bills. Will it pay off? No! Fredericks, a kick to the gut. A kick to the back of the head with authority by the internet champion.
The internet champion may have knocked out Yoshitatsu. This could be it, John Roberts.
Fredericks looking to earn the paycheck here. Up to the top rope. Swanton bomb! And he got all of it. The champ got all of it.
Roberts, he nailed it.
Hook in the leg, two.
No!
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. Fredericks hitting Yoshitatsu so hard, and the look of wonderment and amazement on the face of Fredericks tells the story, but now it's a painting and picture of frustration.
Fredericks has got to be wondering what's it going to take to put away this aggressive challenger in Yoshitatsu. Looking for the clothesline, was the champion. He got caught in a sit-out powerbomb.
Beautiful sit-out powerbomb. Took something out of Tatsu's tank as well. What a hard-fought, epic battle. A war that has not yet come to its conclusion. All Pro Wrestling Internet Championship on the line. Tatsu's got this insane capacity crowd behind him, but Fredericks has been the man, John. This is anybody's match.
And as the referee reached the count of 4, these competitors get to their knees and begin trading blows once again. Look at the aggressiveness on Tatsu and Fredericks.
Just standing and trading, John, but when something's got to give here.
Oh my God. Adrenaline just coursing through the veins of both of these competitors here as you see Fredericks driving the knees into the heart of the challenger.
Seemingly immune to some of this pain, John.
Wait a minute.
They'll be feeling it tomorrow. Oh my God.
The pedigree in the center of the ring by the challenger.
Yoshitatsu just hit a pedigree in the center of the All Pro Wrestling ring. We could have a new internet champion coming up. The crowd is losing their minds.
The challenger once again going to the high rent district, but Fredericks grabbing the leg of the official. What?
Wait a minute.
Oh, the official falls into the ropes and Tatsu gets crotched up there on the top turnbuckle. Fredericks seizing the moment, seizing the opportunity with a vicious knee to the face. This is the way he won the title with that GTS. 2, could it be enough? Yes.
God.
And Fredericks retains the worldwide internet title.
By pinfall, and still APW Worldwide Internet Champion, BFD, Carl Fredericks.
Carl Fredericks with the GTS, the same way he won the title, helps him retain it here tonight.
100% Yoshitatsu brought his A game. Perhaps some part of that 18-hour flight took a tiny bit of the wind out of the sails of Mr. Tatsu. Perhaps he underestimated the amazing talents and abilities of one Carl Fredericks. He is the BFD and he is your All Pro Wrestling Internet Champion.
Carl Fredericks successful here tonight in this title defense at the Clayton Valley Charter High School in Concord, California. And Fredericks, you gotta wonder, KG, what's next for the BFD?
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is tonight's main event. This tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. This match has a 30-minute time limit. Referee for your contest, Sparky Balor.
It's that time once again. Your boy KG, joined by my man Jace, direct from All Pro Wrestling, behind the scenes, launched into the spotlight, holding it down on the commentary table for this unprecedented conclusion
Making their way to
what
the
has been
ring,
an incredible night
representing
in Concord.
Concord High School.
We started this night off.
Being accompanied by their manager, the Bright Lucian Delight. They are Triple Crown champions, the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrand, Wrestling Personified, Rick Luxury. They are Bad Boys Personified.
The team of Bad Boys Personified made their presence known. They said some derogatory things about a man you don't want to say derogatory things about. A man we're going to see walk through that entranceway here in just a moment. What can you fill in the viewers at home about some of the devious history of that man on the ring apron right now, Rick Luxury, his partner, Boyce LeGrand?
Now, Rick Luxury has never been a fan of the Faithfuls, and the APW Faithfuls have never been a fan of Rick Luxury, dating all the way back to Pink Mink Inc. when he was teaming with Matt Carlos and managed by Marcus Mack. Rick Luxury is a devious man, and now he's aligned himself with the Bad Boy Boyce LeGrand, another APW original, and they are being managed by Lucian Delight. You can see the Faithfuls crowding the entrance area, here to see their hometown hero.
The whole building on their feet.
And their opponent's making his way to the ring first, from Union City, California. He is out of control, Matt Carlos.
The very last APW Gym Wars Live taking place at Matt Carlos's alma mater.
So many fans leaving their seats to crowd the entranceway here to welcome the arrival. Wait a minute.
Who is this?
Oh my God, get a shot of that entranceway.
People
losing their minds.
From the home of the Eagles, making his in-ring return to All Pro Wrestling, the Mad Tongan, Sione Fano. Unbelievable atmosphere and emotion in this building. Sione Fano is like the Pied Piper, leading the crowd around with him.
Absolutely. His whole family, his Toko for life, all here to welcome the Mad Tongan back to action right here in APW.
The Mad Tongan impressed so many people during his wrestling career, people from other countries, everyone who saw this man, talent scouts from all the major companies, everyone blown away by the ability of Sione Fano. Life called him in another direction, but he's back to let you know he's got it like that.
That's absolutely right. Scouts from Tokyo, Japan, scouts from all over the world looking at Sione Fano, the Mad Tongan, who's back in action right here at Gym Wars.
All Pro Wrestling is the place to see so many incredible talents. What a night it's been. What a match it's gonna be.
There is no atmosphere like right here, right now, at All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars.
Finau and Matt Carlos exchange a pre-match hug. They are OG homies reunited tonight in that squared circle. But they got their hands full. You know what Rick Luxury is capable of. You know what the bad boy Boyce LeGrand is capable of. And together with Lucian Delight at ringside, calls of go home Concord fill the air. Wow.
Dueling chants of ugly Eagles here.
Big main event fight feel. Crowd just absolutely out of their mind tonight. They've been red hot from Jump Street. More great All Pro Wrestling programming here on YouTube, here on allprowrestling.com. You can hear more about All Pro Wrestling and its matches and events on the Kevin Gill Show. I also talk about it on Keeping It 100 with Conan, because this is a vital part of the rich tapestry that makes up the independent professional wrestling boom that's going on right now worldwide. Japan, Mexico, California, Ohio, New York, coast to coast, border to border, city to city. Independent wrestling is at the highest point it's been in decades, and in the center of it all is All Pro Wrestling.
Rick Luxury now giving Scouts honor, saying that he's going to show respect to the Mad Tongan, reaching his hand, and of course, the Mad Tongan knows not to trust Rick Luxury.
It's funny, every word you said is not really to be associated with Rick Luxury. No honor, no loyalty, just none of it.
A great man once said, there is no honor amongst thieves, and Rick Luxury is the king of thieves.
Without a doubt, but he's in there with the Mad Tongan. Mad Tongan easily discarding Rick Luxury like an old smoothie cup.
Dumping out of the ring, much to the delight of Concord, California.
Rick Luxury trying to get back in the ring, but I gotta ask why. Here we go. Sione's gonna give him a helping hand, Chase.
Exactly what he needed. And those chops right to the chest.
Sione.
A former APW Universal Champion, Rick Luxury.
Got caught. Rick Luxury, former APW champion, right now feeling the effects of that super kick right to the tip of that magician's goatee. Sione Finau, so beloved by this crowd. Look at this reaction. If Sione Finau was my teacher, I would do my homework every night. I'd get it done early as soon as I got home.
Absolutely, I do all the extra credit too.
Just in case he stopped by to check on my status. Hasn't missed a step in the ring or a day in the gym. Quick hooks the leg. Wow. He's got so much power. Sione could just pin you at any time and just kind of lock it in, and that's it. You're done.
Any moment. Not showing any signs of ring rust.
Nope.
Sione Finau has not been here in the APW for 2 years.
Oh.
June of 2015 was the last time we saw Sione Finau. Just short of June of this year. And Sione Finau with a big splash to Rick Luxury in the corner.
I can't believe it's been 2 years deprived of the incredible abilities and talents of that man. But as I said earlier, sometimes life takes you in different directions. And now, on top of blessing the ring, he's blessing the minds of young people. He's teaching them about fitness, about life, about education. So much you can learn from a great man like Sione Finau.
Meanwhile, Rick Luxury teaching this crowd about cowardice.
Yes.
Running for the corner, and his partner, Boyce LeGrand.
And now I have the feeling Boyce LeGrand is going to learn a lesson in pain. Wow. Power of Finau.
Pain and power.
Sione can do it all. Headbutt there on LeGrand. Knocks him for a loop, whips him in. Catches him up here. Could it be? Wow. Beautiful sidewalk slam.
And the pin, 1-2, and
wow.
LeGrand kicks out. Staying alive, the team of Rick Luxury and Boyce LeGrand, bad boys personified, led here by Lucian Delight, who, KG, I can tell you, is not to be trusted.
No, clearly, no one on the side of the ring closest to the television viewer is anyone to be trusted. Look at this great teamwork. These guys, it's like Finau hasn't missed a day in the ring. Carlos, great scouting by his former homie. They shared the ring many times as friends and foes. But now Carlos setting up Boyce LeGrand. Wow.
Taking him right there with that hook right across the chest. And he goes for the pin.
Whoa. That's about as close as you can get, Jace. Matt Carlos taking Boyce LeGrand to the limit. Almost had him right there.
One of the former members of West Coast Players.
Ooh.
An APW legend in his own right. Former APW Universal and Internet Champion, Boyce LeGrand.
Boyce LeGrand, again, a very impressive competitor, but obviously his mind is just pure evil, you know? I gravitate much more towards the light than I do the darkness. That's why I support teams like Matt Carlos and Sione Finau. Finau with a rather unorthodox approach there, but it was a brilliant setup for that super kick by Carlos.
Absolutely, and you're
wow!
Monstrous suplex right here by Sione Finau. You are not alone in supporting Sione Finau. And that Matt Carlos, as he's found on Twitter.
Look at that. Boyce LeGrand just tearing at the eyes of Sione. And you know, no matter how much training you do, you can't get muscles on your eyelids.
That's right.
Always susceptible to attack. And without your eyes, your senses, your visuals, what can you do in a fight? Finau, though, firing back.
Digging deep down inside. Making sure that ring to the eyes doesn't hurt too much.
LeGrand desperately tried to make a tag, which was great strategy because now he got crushed with a power slam by Sione Finau. Here's the cover.
Of course, Rick Luxury in to break up that count. I actually believe that Sione would have had it if not for Rick Luxury stepping in. The Mad Tongan tagging in his tag team partner, Matt Carlos.
Sione had him done for right there. But that's the thing. Sione's got that positive mental attitude. He's going to just keep moving forward with his partner, Matt Carlos, hooking the leg. Wow. So much momentum, so much positivity behind the team of Sione and Carlos. To see Matt Carlos come to the aid of his homie, that's what true friends are.
You know, the Mad Tongan and Matt Carlos go back very far to the back in the days of the APW Garage out in Hayward.
Count along with the crowd here at Concord. Matt Carlos could have gone to at least 15 or 20 there. Boyce LeGrand's nugget got rocked.
Laying it deep into Boyce LeGrand. And a blind tag by Finau.
Brilliant
Not sure
strategy.
if the referee saw it.
Brilliant strategy by Carlos and Finau on multiple levels. That dual-pronged attack by Carlos opened the door for Finau to come in and possibly finish the job on Boyce LeGrand.
Carlos acted as a mentor and a bit of a
trainer. Wait a minute, Boyce LeGrand.
The small package almost snuck a win in on Sione Finau, the Mad Tongan.
These quick tags between Finau and Carlos could make all the difference in the world here because Bad Boys Personified have no idea what's going on. They can't even get their bearings. Non-stop attacks by Carlos and Finau.
Now granted,
hell, Rick Luxury putting his nose in other people's business.
The Bad Boys Personified, they know each other, they work well as a team. But the thing is, Matt Carlos knows all of Rick Luxury's tricks, as they used to be a tag team in their own right of Pink Mink Inc. However, you've got Sione Finau and Matt Carlos, trainer-student kind of relationship there, so they've got that kind of, they're in sync, if you will.
Yeah, there's that definite familiarity. But now the face of Matt Carlos is getting real familiar with that canvas. Luxury, time after time, mocking and disrespecting the good people. Oh. Hold on a minute, quick up. Wow.
Matt Carlos gets the shoulder up. Clayton Valley High School.
Concord, California is the place. You know, they paid for the whole seat, but they don't even appear to need the edge of it. Many fans just standing and feeling the atmosphere. It is electric.
Absolutely on their feet here in Concord, California. Rick Luxury earlier invoking the name of Concord High School, a rival of Clayton Valley High School, right here where we are tonight for APW Gym Wars.
And now Rick Luxury got that deadly sleeper hold locked in on Carlos, but Matt Carlos finding a way to fight out of it. Third time is the charm, creating some separation, and now caught him with that cutter. Really
Luxury
a stunner.
Out on his feet.
Oh,
but
wow.
Still gets that chokehold right back in.
I may not like or respect or want to ride in a car with Rick Luxury, but I do respect his ability. That was some very, very wise strategies there by Luxury.
You've got to think it was just the veteran instinct of wrestling personified Rick Luxury out on his feet after that cutter,
Right.
after that stunner, and he still gets in that sleeper hold.
And it was brilliant because Carlos was about to put his lights out. Now Carlos, look how fast the tide can turn in professional wrestling. Boyce LeGrand with the Irish whip. Carlos takes the ride, but no. That was incredibly innovative by Matt Carlos. Wait a minute.
Faking
Boyce
out-
ducked, faked
faking
him
out
out.
LeGrand
He
here.
faked him out. 1, 2. Damn. Oh my God,
Turning him
LeGrand.
inside out with that clothesline.
Referee Sparky Ballard swoops in to check on the condition of Matt Carlos. LeGrand hooks the leg, 2 and no!
Ugly Eagles chance right here in Clayton Valley Charter High School.
Boyce LeGrand setting him, oh no! Look at Luxury. Give me a break, Rick Luxury. You're not gonna beat Matt Carlos with that, even on his worst day. Oh my God.
Literally spitting in the eyes.
Oh my God. You don't want to make Sione Finau angry, man. Once you make him angry, everything goes out the window.
They don't call him the Mad Tongan for nothing.
Oh man, they just awoke a sleeping beast. If you've been impressed with Sione Finau and what you've seen so far, wait till you see what happens when he unleashes the beast fully.
The last time we saw Sione Finau in an APW ring, he nearly beat, I'm going to censor myself because there are probably children listening, he beat the Ish out of the Iron Idol, Idris Jackson, the last time we saw, and that was the last time we saw Idris. It's not a good idea to make the Mad
Never.
Tongan even more mad.
No, and look, he's fired up. Tongan desperate to get back in the match here. Luxury syncing up, hooking up, I should say, Matt Carlos for this suplex. Luxury with a quick go behind, shoots Carlos into the corner, got caught. Carlos ducked under that rope strand. Here comes Matt Carlos. Pinfall attempt or tag, but he's so disoriented, he's going the wrong
Can't
way.
get to his corner. Carlos trying to buy himself some time.
Went to the wrong corner.
Going to 2 wrong corners so far. But
Now he's changed his whole strategy again.
driving his heel down into the spine of Rick Luxury.
Desperation tactics by Carlos. And here comes the Mad Tongan.
And the crowd goes wild as expected.
Whoa, super kick. Wow, big thrust kick there, caught Rick Luxury right on the jaw. Sione Finau in control. Wait a minute. Him and Carlos are gonna take flight?
Directing traffic out here. Suicide dive to the outside.
Boyce LeGrand now on the attack. Whoa, huge back body drop by the Mad Tongan.
Boyce LeGrand running on fumes here.
Wow, glancing blow. Sione gets him up, tries to cinch him up. Samoan drop
Samoan
out of
drop.
nowhere. Whoa.
And the kip up.
1, 2. What? How did Boyce LeGrand get out of that?
I'll tell you what, the Mad Tongan Sione does not care how he got out of it. He's just looking forward to the next thing, the next way he's going to inflict pain on Boyce LeGrand.
Wait a minute.
But of course,
What's Lucian Delight doing on the apron? Lucian Delight catches the boot, or the bare foot, I should say, from Sione Finau. And now, here comes LeGrand.
as you mentioned earlier, KG, the tide can turn so quickly here in a match. It only takes 3 seconds to win or lose. And it only
Correct.
takes a second.
Oh my God, high risk. It doesn't always pay off. These both men in peril in that top rope position.
Teetering.
It created an opening for Finau to fight back, counter the superplex attempt by Boyce LeGrand, and allow Finau to perch up top, on top of that top rope, Chase. This could be it.
For the Ugly Eagles, KG, here it is.
Huge
The
ugly
splash.
eagle splash. 2, 3.
There it is.
And your winners by pinfall, Matt Carlos and the Mad Tongan, Sione Finau.
What a moment in all pro wrestling history. Sold out crowd. Sione Finau and Matt Carlos did it. They conquered the evil. They won the fight. They showed the world they have what it takes, Chase. Incredible.
And the Toko of the Mad Tongan storming the ring, beating that mat, slapping hands with the Mad Tongan, showing their respect, showing that they had a good time right here as the Mad Tongan made his great return after 2 years to All Pro Wrestling.
And let's be honest, Sione Finau could have had this match anywhere with anyone he wanted. He chose to be a part of All Pro Wrestling again out of all the options and all the alternatives. And what a night it's been for not just California, not just All Pro Wrestling, but for wrestling, period. All Pro Wrestling Gym Wars events and All Pro Wrestling regular events, call them what you will, super shows, Jace. It's just the place to be is All Pro Wrestling. It's been an honor to call the show.
Get to hear from the Mad Tongan right now.
You guys, listen up. Listen up, I love you too, brother. Look, real talk. Clayton Valley has been so good to me. Through the coaches, the administrators, this school, love you too. APW, this is where I've been. This is where I've been, APW. But let me tell you something, guys. But one thing, hey, one thing. I'm serious, guys. As much as we love playing football, all these wrestlers, Matt Carlson, everybody who stepped up in here, everybody who worked with the security, everyone who was doing the lights, Paul with the audio, with the music, with the video, these guys work their butts off doing this every week. These guys come from all over, different places. Listen up. One question. With the blessings of Dawn Peterson, thank you so much, babe. She's one of the administrators, and Allison. Tim Murphy, listen up. Tim Murphy, believe it or not, APW, listen up. APW, 20 years ago when I was playing football for Tim Murphy, he named me the Mad Tongan. It was that man there. One question, home of the Eagles. Eagles, listen up. Do you want to see APW doing this again? Allison, Don, all the administrators, and everybody one more time. Did you like what you see today? Marcus Mack, you know what's up. Let's keep this rolling. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you guys. I love all you guys. Thank you.
In the words of Sione Finau, Marcus Mack, you know what's up.
You know what's up.
Play my music, baby. Play some music.
Showing that left all his Toko, all his family, asking for his music to be hit.
Come up in here and dance. Just come up in here. Home of the Eagles every time we work out. All the boys coming up in there and they start dancing. Yeah. Dylan, where Dylan at?
Exactly the scene that we want to go out on right here at APW Gym Wars Live. The Mad Tongan dabbing for all his family right here in Concord, California. APW Gym Wars at Clayton Valley Charter High School. J.C. Howard on the call. Ugly Eagles.
Ugly.
APW and Ugly Eagles chants right here in Clayton Valley High School. Marcus Mack, you know what's up. We had a good time here tonight. J.C. Howard on the call. For KG, that just happened. Tell him, KG.
What a night it's been, Jason.
Thank you guys for coming out.
To call this episode of All Pro Wrestling TV with you. We've seen incredible matches. We've got to share these incredible experiences, and we encourage everyone out there to support and interact with All Pro Wrestling on all forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, allprowrestling.com, and don't forget, All Pro Wrestling returns to action Friday, July 7th for All Pro Wrestling's Bayshore Bash, featuring Jeff Cobb, Pentagon Jr., Cody Rhodes.
APW faithful, thank you for joining us in another edition of APW Gym Wars.
We'll see you
Make
next
sure
time, ladies
to
and
stop
gentlemen.
by
Thank you for
the Superstar
supporting
table and
All
pick yourself
Pro
a
Wrestling.
new t-shirt, action figure, poster, picture, and more.